All right, I think I'm live. Can y'all hear me? Please drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, if I'm loud enough, or do I need to be a little bit louder or lower? Because I'm trying to make sure we get through this smooth. Because every time I listen to this on the replay, I'm extremely loud. Except for like the first couple times. Wasn't very loud. Yeah. Well, we got quite a bit to go through this next day or two. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I think that's a comfortable one. Sounds good? Good. Boy, there's so much drama with this. Good to see that I'm live already, though. Give it another minute or so, I guess, and we'll give it a go. How's everybody doing today? Yeah, I hope everybody's excited. This is going to be a lengthy one. Actually, I don't know, but it's going to take a minute to get through these videos. Trying to wait for my numbers to refresh over here. There we go. Looks like we got 9 people in. Good. All right. Appreciate it. I got one person who says I sound good enough. Does anybody else agree? Do I need to turn it up or down? What's up, Zane? Matthew, Ryu, Lalo. Yeah. I thought that was Brett Cooper in that thumbnail. Oh well. I'll tell you, there's so much. There's a lot of stuff with this. Okay, good to hear. I'm telling you guys, there's a lot of drama going on with this Micca and Anton Daniels situation. Let's begin. Well, welcome to the live stream. If any of y'all have been keeping up, this drama will not die. Pretty much ever since the whole Anton Corey Holcomb debacle that took place on, Corey Holcomb's 5150 show, and Corey has taken his own, career downfall since. But Anton has had his own set of issues. He's had a lot of drama take place, and it all stemmed from when Corey called him out for his side piece being on the show. And then all the controversy started to come up about, is this your real side piece? And people were confused. So obviously people started doing some digging, and there's been a lot of digging, and there's been a lot of discoveries because there's been a lot of info. And of course, just like so many other people, when they F up for whatever reason, they feel the need to go out here and defend themselves on any or as many podcasts as they can possibly find. They put their voice out there. They got to be seen, got to be heard, got to really change the narrative, fix this directive of where it's going, because they don't really like the direction of it. I mean, I don't really blame them, but it is their fault. And Micca went on to many, many different platforms. And the more she spoke, the more I was getting confused if they race swapped Pam Bondi. Because that's exactly what she sounded like on every other podcast that she went to. It was nothing but deflections and pointing fingers in every other direction. Now, she wasn't as nasty as Pam, but she didn't reveal very much. And then everybody else started getting irked. And when they started getting irked, they decided that they were going to find everything they can possibly find. And she kept going on saying that she wasn't the side piece and she wasn't this and that. Her and Anton never clapped. Well, people started finding some discoveries because the Lapeef Network, all those night panels that they be having with all those like disappointing and like mellowed out and low energy content creators that they have on there, like they seem like they're good people. But most of them don't seem like they have what it takes to be great content creators because most of them don't ever seem to enjoy being on the panels with Anton. Like, it seems like it sounds like they signed up. It was going to be a good idea, a good gig. Anton probably pitched him a good idea, and it was like, you know what? The dirt on my forehead still won't come off. Oh my God. Thanks to Watch for the $2 super chat. What? I've been having nightmares ever since that happened. I don't know if y'all were all here for what happened in the For Us live stream podcast the other night, but I effed up really bad. I didn't know Watts had a birthmark on his head like Harry Potter. I had no idea. I mistaked it for like him having a bad hairline and thought that some black stuff rolled down his face. And I was like, Watts made an entire video with this and he didn't tell nobody. Nobody in the chat was going to step up and say anything. And I was really freaking upset. And it really happened. The most genuine moment happened live. That video will be coming soon of what happened at the end of that live stream if you didn't see it. It was a really sad thing. And it was almost like somebody pulled my pants down and I had a scared turtle. Scared turtle. It really felt like I was exposed in a very bad way. But it was my fault. I'm sorry, Watts. Let's go ahead and get into this because I want to start off with this very first video by Street Media TV, who's been covering this for quite some time. I know. I'm waiting for you to just start calling me out in your videos, Watts. But this video by Street Media TV really does start this whole saga off about what was going on with Micca and Anton. So let's go ahead and begin. Oh yeah, in case y'all don't know and y'all haven't been here, I did get YouTube Premium. So let's go.
Anton's representation.
Thank you.
We want to say that we went to the 5150 program to have an educated conversation. The conversation took a left turn, and we decided to use our judgment. And what?
And let me say this also,
sir.
Let me say this also.
What?
And let me say this also,
sir.
Let me say this also. Micca stayed in pocket. She followed my lead. She stayed. She ain't do none of that. She ain't trip. She just said, "Yo, I'm rolling with you," and that's the end of the conversation. She ain't say one word. She just kept it moving. That's how women are supposed to move. They're not supposed to do all of the extra shit and all of that. You follow the lead of the person you're with. That's a fact. You don't say nothing. You don't get out of pocket. You don't do none of that. You jump in the middle. Move with the person that you move with. That's it.
Oh man, oh man. Now I told you guys when Tasha K was interviewing Micca, she didn't do her due diligence. She didn't really get a chance to thoroughly do a background investigation on Micca and the Anton situation. So it was a lot of things that she wasn't privy to because we know that she would have been on it had Tasha K found out and knew that she was in the hotel room because Tasha K was grilling her about going to that basketball game with Anton. And she asked her, can your husband go to a basketball game with a woman that looked like you?
And Tasha K asked some really good questions in that interview. The only issue was Tasha K was missing that piece of information. She had never seen the clip of her and Anton in the same room together at the hotel. Never seen it. If she did, Tasha K would have obliterated her off of the internet. There would have been no more YouTube for Micca. In case y'all didn't know, Micca does actually create her own content. And the reason why I don't give a damn about Micca either is because she don't give a damn about you. I honestly don't know what she stands for, but as far as I know, she a Trump supporter and she go hard for MAGA, basically. She just like the rest of them. She can go ahead and gloss it over however way she wants to, but maybe she really doesn't have any real principles and this is all a grift to see if she can grow on the platform because Anton then tricked her into some type of dream, that she was thinking that she was going to have by signing on to the Millionaire Morning Show. I guess she really thought she was going to be a bag chaser, y'all. She thought she was going to be one of them. She was going to be out there rolling in dough with all the other lack of millionaires that Anton has from his platform. All these millionaires on the Millionaire Morning Show. I'm waiting to see the millionaires. It's like all those millionaires that Cobra Tate, what happened to them? All those people that became rich and famous from Hustlers University. How do you get rich and famous when you spend all your money at that university? How are you supposed to make money, get rich and famous if you donate every dollar you got to Random University? Doesn't make any lick of sense. If I haven't gotten you any freaking jobs, doesn't make any sense. And that's what the narrative that they keep trying to sell you on. Like, I don't get it, but let's go.
Now let me say something, because there's a lot of women, unaccountable women, saying, well, stop reducing Micca to her looks. No, Micca is reducing herself to her looks because she's using her looks to get what she wants, right? And not based off her merit of being in her creativity. She's using her looks, right? So you can't have it both ways. But Tasha K, her people did some digging and they got wind of what happened, in that, and her being in the hotel room. And she found out that Micca wasn't telling her the whole truth, because Micca said that they went back to the studio, right? They went back to wherever they were when they, she didn't say that they went back to the hotel room together when they left the Corey Holcomb show. She didn't tell Tasha K that, right? So, and then, remember, Tasha K had just interviewed Anton. And Anton was on there talking about this Christian conservative stuff, being married, doing right by God and doing all this kind of stuff. But he's in a hotel room with a strange woman, inebriated.
You go to Detroit to see him for business?
I went to Detroit, correct.
Okay, so that is, and then you guys went to a Detroit basketball game and sat courtside?
Correct.
Okay, and you did other things out together on a business trip, correct?
No. So from there, went right back to the studio.
And his wife didn't mind you going along to the game?
No, I told you, his wife understands his business dealings, and she's there 90% of the time, if not 999% of the time. She's just usually off camera.
So she's trying to sell you on this narrative that Rita is there the whole time. It's not even really trying to sell you. Probably the truth. Maybe one of the few truths that she's actually telling. But if Rita's there, that also means that Rita's a part of it as well. What up, Jay? Now, I don't understand how people just sign up for these lifestyles. Look, I've been propositioned by these weirdo folks that be out here swinging and trying to slide people into the bedroom. I'm telling you, you go out drinking enough nights in your mid-20s and you looking good enough, you look like you might have enough energy in you just to give it to the chick because that guy can't give it to her anymore. Yeah, I've been around those relationships. It's strange. And apparently Anton and his old lady are one of those weirdos. I debated because I saw two videos, basically one by Confidence Creator and another one by Freezy, the guy who used to work with Anton on his show sometimes, and I guess he had a falling out with Anton and has dedicated his entire channel to calling out Anton, a la how Lennon Honor has basically dedicated his entire life to calling out Dr. Umar. That part still feels a little strange to me. I don't know what Dr. Umar did to that man to make him literally dedicate his life to calling him out. Like, the fact that people are still living and he's dedicated his entire life to basically destroying Dr. Umar's life, it had to be something absolutely egregious. If you know what it is, please drop it in the comments, because I need some context. Because, homie, he makes some great content, but you can't tell me that you can actually talk about Dr. Umar for 8 hours and actually have something interesting to say the whole time. That just sounds crazy. And usually I just see a bunch of people throwing their entire, bank accounts away. But this situation here is funny because Micca keeps trying to play innocent and act like she has nothing to do with anything, selling this idea about how she was just some damsel, basically, who just got picked up out of nowhere by Anton, I guess, because Anton discovered that she had all this talent that nobody sees even on her YouTube channel.
But she wasn't with you that day at the game.
I gotta pause this because I like the music, but it doesn't fit this. I should have put up something dark today. But let's get to it.
No, she was not.
Your husband could take another woman to a basketball game? When Jesus shed that blood, when he died, that made it easier to be able to walk in your sins, to know that you are not going to be perfect. Things are going to happen to you. But because I died for you, you're able to ask for forgiveness and try to live righteous.
That don't mean that you can justify bringing somebody else into this world just because you had trauma. You have to become a whole person before you bring another whole person into this world. And if you really want to raise them up in the admonition of God, you cannot continue to live a lifestyle that would then lend itself to them living in sin, the very sin that we're trying to get away from. Forgiveness is for us. Grace is directly coming from God. We don't have grace to give.
So you don't sin?
I don't.
That go to work every day, that watch you, that look up to you for financial advice, because I know what you do.
Micca, she didn't do her due diligence.
Sorry, I had to give him a slap. My bad, y'all.
We don't have grace to give.
So you don't sin?
I don't.
That go to work every day, that watch you, that look up to you for financial advice, because I know what you do too, Anton. I know as a black man, you are symbolic. Your wife doesn't work. She lives a soft life.
What I'm saying is I believe that the majority of women in general, which could also include your audience, have a different perspective of what it is that they think a relationship is supposed to be, which is one of the reasons why they say they want a partner instead of saying they want a husband.
I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't want to hear it. First of all, this is why they say, you know what, we should retire the microphones. Like, this is why people need to put in like a job application to see if they should actually be able to do a podcast. Because everybody can just come out here and talk tough and act like they're somebody. Like, you watch this, and Anton actually looks like he might be somebody worth a damn. But if you know like his content and you know his journey and his path, you know he's nothing but a trash panda. Shout out to this J for the $5 super chat. Anton, Micca, and the rest of them are rich with nothing but trash pandery. And that is 1,000% facts. Shout out to this J for the $5 super chat. Cannot agree more with you. Thank you very much. Because yes, that is all they have in them is trash pandery. Like, anybody who signs onto a platform to basically grip off to Anton has sold some part of their, like, morals. Unless they are a trash panda. I mean, unless they are a trash panda. I mean, and that's okay. I mean, I guess. Like I said, once again, it gets confusing when these people want to get invited to the cookouts, when they want to get invited out with the family or the boys or stuff like that. Because it's like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. I just didn't come around to dropping you into the group chat. My bad. My bad, I forgot.
Instead of saying they want a husband. I believe that regardless of what women say that they want, when they get under the right man, they will submit.
Now, we know that Anton Daniels is full of crap. You know, Titus 1:16, man, they profess to know God, but they deny him by their works, right? We already know this. 2 Corinthians 6:17 says, come out from amongst them and be ye separate. We already know this. So now he's married. He's supposed to cover his wife. He's supposed to have on his armor of God when he's out there based off the stuff that he's talking about. So you get me in my bishop mode, man. We're not going to play around. Now, he's married. He's in a hotel room inebriated with another woman. But he's on here talking about God. He's on here invoking.
Absolute facts. Once again, it's these fake Christians. Hey, don't forget, Anton Daniels is the guy who doesn't even identify as black. But for whatever reason, he comes out in front of black people and all of a sudden he has this black lingo, all this twang in his speech. He doesn't speak like the soft and polite and conservative guy that he was when he was on Corey Holcomb's platform when he was trying to keep his frame, until all of a sudden he had the nigga moment come out of him and then he changed into a completely different guy. Well, guess what? Well, thank you to Love the No for the $5 super sticker. Shout out to you and thank you very much for the $5 super sticker. But Street Media is on to the point here. Like, he gets it. He's been covering this and he's been doing a really good job covering this content. I mean, I had to go live with this content because there's been too many freaking updates. There's been too many. And I can't really keep up with all of them. And it's really out of control at this point in time. Like, this really feels sort of like when it felt like every 5 minutes something else was coming out about Corey Holcomb just a week ago. It was just like every couple of hours somebody was dropping a new video with new allegations or new videos or new something. And it was like, damn, there's a point where like, okay, I get it. Man, the guy is beyond weird. The same thing with Anton and Micca in this situation. Every time you look up, you find some more videos of Anton and Micca hanging out in a very suspicious way. Now, nobody would really care about this situation. Nobody would really care about their relationship, their side piecing, their infidelity, their weird swinger lifestyle if they didn't promote it to be such a wholesome Christian household. Like if Anton wasn't this holy, devout Christian that didn't even see race or color or ethnicity or any of the problems with the world or all the hypocrisies with all his statements, he simply only sees God. If he didn't sell it as that, then nobody would be out here criticizing this nonsense. It's the crap like this that makes people hate Christians. It's why they hate religion in general. It's why the population of atheists continues to grow up. It's because of people like Anton and all the other people. It's not just people like Anton. It's just all the people that are just like him. It doesn't matter what color they are. They're all the same religion. Most of them just come out here and they lie. All these famous Christians turn out to be the fakest people on earth. Anybody who has to advertise their religion 24/7, you start to smell something funny.
And propagating the word of God to the public on a large platform where he's not living up to the standards of what God said we should live. He's not living by the commandments, but he want to hold everybody else accountable. He want to tell black women what they should and shouldn't be doing. He want to talk about the black community, but he's in direct contradiction to that. Direct contradiction, right? Now, Tasha K, she got wind of the situation that happened and how she got duped. And she said, listen, Anton, you got to come back. We got to have a conversation. Now, you talked all this scripture. You talked all that scripture. But now you got crafty counsel in the house. You embarrassing your house. You're not exhibiting the behavior of a leader.
Oh my God. Y'all listen, I was set up. Now, normally I'm on top of but maybe because I scheduled way too many interviews during that week, that I wasn't seeing the play at hand. I feel like Anton set me up, Jan. I just feel like that. I got a lot of receipts now. You know, I think he caught me slipping. He really did. I'm going to get him back, though. I'm going to get you back, dog. I got you. I got you, folk. I got you. Because they said Micca was in your hotel room. I got the video. They said that you said she flew in the day after you got there. But how she wound up in your hotel room past midnight on your camera in front of a bed. Now the husband done deleted his whole damn platform. And she done lied about what the husband do. And she also lied about the husband meeting you. You ain't never met the husband.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, man, they set me up. Man, I think they thought I was, like, losing my edge. I was tired that day. You know how many interviews I did that day? I had just got off the interview with Brashear Gray family, and they unloaded all them damn receipts. It's on TashaKLive.com, by the way. Y'all got to go get that interview, okay? But then when Anton came in, I just wasn't ready for Anton, because, you know, he came in with the whole plate with the security. The wife was right there. So he trying to make me think that this is all for views. But then I had my PI team go pull it. Because, you know, I'm busy these days. I ain't got time to pull stuff, so they briefed me on I said, how the hell did we miss this? It was right here. It was right here the whole time. But it's okay. It's never too late. Never too late. I'm going to do it. Anton, you got to come sit back down. I know you listening. I know you watching, brother. We got to do a part 2. We got to do a part 2, okay? But listen, how was...
And see, since he...
Okay, somebody's going to have to, like, tell me if they agree or not, but why does Tasha K come off as like the internet version of malevolent? Like, I swear there's some type of dark energy that comes from Tasha K. It's probably why she's been banned like 37 times on YouTube. I don't know how she still has a platform again now. She used to get banned like all the time. What happens? Like, I thought when you got kicked off the platform, you was just like, bitch, be gone. But no, apparently it's just like, bitch, come back. They just revive them, you know, resuscitate them all like Jesus. I mean, it's just crazy. And it all comes full circle, like the full circle of life.
You want to invoke the Bible, you know, Proverbs 31:11 says a husband should be someone whom his wife has full confidence and trust, right? When you go to first...
Oh, yeah, he trusts her. Yeah, he has full confidence that she won't say anything about how awful of a person he is. She will be quiet. She will submit. Poor Rita has had her self-esteem so beaten down. Look, Rita is a prime example of a woman who acts normal in an abnormal situation. She seems like she's a hostage. She feels like she's somebody who doesn't want to be going through what she goes through, but she has to deal with it because guess what? Now she's stuck in that lifestyle. She's done talked about how scary Anton is, even though I'm like, God dang, like, I mean, she must have grew up with throwing no hands with anybody. She didn't have any siblings or cousins or somebody, because there ain't no way you look at Anton and be thinking, oh my God, Anton. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, if you're that worried about him killing in your sleep or something like that, maybe. Like, Anton can only kill somebody if he was to poison them. You know what I'm saying? A la, like, Walter White or something like that. But Anton doesn't have that in him. Just look at Anton. Hell, I observed Anton's head randomly the other day, and he's another one of those bros who has knots in his head. Like, he decided to go ahead and shave that head bald because that hairline that he had was real sad. Like, he finally let it go. But he's also another one of those bros that has the knots up top. I want to know what that is, because quite a few of them guys seem to be a little bit different.
First Timothy 3, 4, and 5, a husband should manage his household well, which implies creating an orderly, respectful environment rather than one of embarrassment.
Anton ain't no. Anton is not a Derrick Jackson. Anton doesn't pander to women at all. If you watch any of those panels that they have, it is completely anti-woman. It's almost like, why do you go to this platform? It's almost like they go to a softer version of Fresher and Fit when they go to an Anton Daniels like night panel. The women don't get treated well. I don't know what Courtney Michelle's experience was when she was on there, Lepeath Network and whatnot, but she's no longer there. And I'm glad to see that she's no longer there, because I don't like to see women just continue to just get treated and like talked down to like that, because she doesn't strike me as the kind of chick that's going to just sit there and take that garbage. So maybe that's why she's not there. I'm not really sure. Maybe she saw some of the nasty work that was going on behind the scenes. It was like, I ain't signing up for this mess. And I think, political views, I think she aligns with a lot of these people a little bit, but overall, like principle-wise, ain't the same. Ain't the same. Shout out to Dragon for the $2 super chat. If you think Tasha is bad, you should see Tanya TKO. I don't know that. I don't know who Tanya TKO is. Or maybe I'm getting these two people confused. I could be getting them confused. But I think I'm talking about Tasha K.
And you have fully embarrassed your house and your wife. You are a married man. You had your daughter's face all plastered over the internet with somebody depicting her as a primate. You got your wife, people questioning your wife and her loyalty, and if she's down with the shenanigans that you got going on. You're not exhibiting the behavior of a Christian. But this is what you profess to be. You profess yourself that this is what you said you were, right? You're holding yourself to this standard, right? So we're not making up and up. And you're calling out other people saying that they're not living their life the right way when you're the one bringing crafty counsel into your home. You're the one denying God by your works based off of the fact that you said that you are a conservative Christian, but you're in a hotel room 3,000 miles away, right, from her home with a married woman, while drinking. Come on, man. And she said that you guys do this because you are in character when you're online. So now you are living a lie for financial gain. So now you're creating a character now online to lead people astray or lead people into sin. So now you're living a sinful life while you're online, but claiming to be a Christian and holding people to a certain standard. This stuff is the hypocrisy. You can't make this stuff up.
You really can't. You can't make this stuff up. It's really no different than those people who do the most ridiculous stuff to like antagonize you or patronize you or piss you off while you're in public. And they say, oh, it's a prank. It's a joke. I'm a comedian. It's the same thing with people like Anton. Ain't no different. In real life, I'm a Christian. I'm a holy man. I'm a great father. I'm a protector. I'm a provider. I'm a leader. I'm short. I got stubby arms. I'm a weak. I'm a bitch. I'm a bastard. But on the internet, I'm tough. I'm gangster. I'll put them hands on Corey Holcomb. I would have beat the shit out of Corey Holcomb. That's what I am online. Online, I'm a pimp. I got all sorts of chicks. Can't nobody roll with me Fresh and Fit can't F with me. Fresh and Fit comes to me to get tips on how to get chicks for real. I'm their ghostwriter for how to get women, and y'all don't even realize that. That's what Anton Daniels is online. Anton Daniels is the baddest dude online. That's what they keep trying to tell you. That's what they keep trying to sell you. All this infidelity, all these weak and weird emotional states that he be going through, it's all because he's such a great actor. Well, if he was such a great actor, why don't he line up to go be up some in Tyler Perry films? Why don't he go to Hollywood? How about he goes make some films? Some Anton Daniels productions. I guess that's what's going to be next. That's going to be the next thing he does to go chase the bag and become a millionaire, on Earth. Like, first of all, the fact that Anton still talks about how much of a millionaire he is and how much money he got. Like, you're going to go on to see some more clips in some of these other videos that I got talking about how Corey broke and all this shit like that. It's like, why are you still talking about this? People broke. You got money. Nobody cares. Go ahead, man. Have your money. Have your money. Why are you preaching to the rest of us like you're better than us when you're not? That's the whole thing. That's why people love watching these downfalls and these spirals out of control and people get exposed on the internet, because these people promote themselves, these influencers expose themselves to be like, well, I'm so much better than the average person. And then they become robotic douches online. Like, it just is crazy.
Because when you're in character, you in full-blown sin. When you're in character, and that's what you're propagating and promoting to the people. But I thought you said you was a Christian. I thought you said you was a man of God. Man, you can't make this stuff up, man. So Tasha K is asking you to come back now, right? So they can have.
Do y'all think he's going to go back? Y'all think he'll really show up to that platform? I don't think he's going to go back. I think he lucked up. She didn't have all the dirt that she needed to completely bury that body, and he found a way to sneak back out. And he ain't going back to have a chance to get buried again. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. But yeah, that's all. Shout out to Street Media TV for this video. Like I said, he's been doing a really great job covering this whole saga. I mean, he's done a really great job. So if you want some updates on this, he's got 56.9K subscribers. Boy, he balling out. Pretty sure he's doing pretty well on that platform. So yeah, if you want some more stuff on this, and he has some really great insight. Like, he's a street dude who obviously knows his stuff. He's a smart guy. That's why I like watching, some of his videos, because he's really good at keeping up with this stuff. But the next one that we have is going to be from the House of Hypocrites. So this next video from the House of Hypocrites, which I think, is that the one I'm going to roll with next? I'm telling you, I really just want to play Confident Creator's video, because Confident Creator actually, he killed this, but I think I might just save that for tomorrow. I think I'm going to add that onto the stream for tomorrow, is what I'm going to do. So, yeah. I'm going to add that on for that one. That one in the video by Freezy, those pretty much shut down everything that's going on with this situation. So today is a slight build-up, I guess, for tomorrow. Well, what's this next video I got?
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, yeah. This is from House of Hypocrites. In case any of y'all don't know, House of Hypocrites is the guy who came out a few years ago as the guy who said he had like 9 kids by 7 baby mamas, and he wasn't going to take care of none of them because he didn't want to have kids and didn't care about any of those kids, and he wasn't going to pay for none of that stuff because this was his life and he wasn't going to choose to do that. And it comes out it was a complete lie because it was a House of Hypocrites. Well, that made sense at the time. I just didn't know he was an actual content creator, and he makes really good content. That video turned out to be really funny because, I mean, that's when I was early on the internet and I had to learn, like, yeah, pretty much people just come right out here and they make up lies and to get views. A couple years ago, I didn't realize how bad it was. Now I'm like fully ingratiated in it. Like, I question everything now. It's all scary. Good afternoon, Aisha. Oh, I think so. I think I got that right. What, Jay?
I had met you some time ago. You think we would be in a relationship? Why not?
Toxic.
Why not? Because I'm toxic? Because I'm toxic.
I had met you some time ago, do you think we would be in a relationship? Has Anton ever flirted with you, Micca?
Everything you're about to see in this video is either deleted or privated.
I wonder why that is. I just wonder.
Now that says a lot for a nigga like the Angry Man, telling us that Anton Daniels is doing this for content when it comes to Micca.
And they over there talking about some. It seemed like Anton's wife knew what was going on. It seemed like he doing this for content. No shit, Sherlock. Ain't that what I told you from day one? Ain't that what I told you when the shit first jumped off?
So let's get this straight. You want us to believe Anton Daniels is creating cheating bait content with another married woman, and this all a motherfucking master plan. So he go delete the content that he was making for content. That's what the fuck you trying to say. I believe you, Angry Man. Hey, Angry Man, watch me gossip about this shit.
I love the dark, sinister laugh. This is such a great thing. It's always a great touch to add it in because you know we about to go in. Talking about gossiping about people on the internet. Well, no crap. That's what people have been doing since the history of people. People have been talking shit about each other since the beginning of time. Like, what do you think people did when they used to never leave their neighborhood? They talk shit about their neighbors. That's what they did. That's what we do out here. You put stuff out here for us to criticize, and we're going to criticize it. That is just the way it is, especially when you want to come out here and talk down to people. When you want to act like you're so high and mighty, you're above all of us, you walk on clouds. You know, you can split the seas, part it like Moses, cure cancer, cure disease, get a paraplegic to walk right up out of his chair. That's how holy you are. That's why people want to go so far hard in the paint on Anton. And this girl Micca, because she's no better. She's like no innocent victim. Come to find out, I mean, because I was one of those people who doubted if she was married at all throughout this entire controversy. But, you know, she is married. There's a guy. I mean, he must, you know, be a bigger cook than Sneeko, but I have no idea. Like, there's got to be something. And the photos I've seen of him, if it's the real guy, makes no sense. Also, it make maybe some sense why he never seen Anton, because if the guy I think is her husband saw Anton, then he would F up Anton for reals. Like, he ain't built like Corey Holcomb. He's built like a guy who can put hands on folks.
Let's get into the video.
Did I not say Slimmy too?
Okay, so you remember what?
Okay, I already got criticisms for this body behavior. What is this? What is this bitch position that he's in right now? Like, what is this? I watched too many of these panels in the past, and every time I saw Anton, he was always emotional, like he's just beaten up, sad. Who hurt his feelings? Oh my God, poor Anton. Oh my God.
I don't think I'm like people.
Oh wait, hold on.
What you trying to say?
I said Slimmy too, and then I said shout out to my film crew. And I said Lex. See, y'all be putting words in our mouth because y'all want us to lose.
Shout out to the almost 70 people in here. Thank you very much.
No, we all heard it.
Boss man hurt. Boss man a bitch.
How about those super chats?
Dude, this is like the awkwardness of all this silence. Like, what is this panel? I've never understood what this platform is. It's just a bunch of people just waiting for Anton to just stop being Anton. Like, all of this was built for him. I see that it is. It's just It's a playpen for him to just be the main character in and just full blown live out his own narcissistic fantasies of everybody watch Anton. Like, this is what he's desired his entire life, is to look on camera like this, where people can feel bad for him one moment, and then he can come back on that same box and be intimidating the next. Or he can slide in the background of one of Micca's videos and be like, oh yeah, you see how I get down? That's the life that he wants to promote out here on the internet. That's what he wants people to believe that he is in real life. But I just, this is high school behavior.
I had met you. What the fuck was it?
He's trying to figure out why you acting like this. That's what he's probably really trying to figure out. Be like, are we gonna move on with this show? Like, who the hell is still tuned in? Everybody waiting for somebody to break the ice. Somebody fix all this awkward, energy in the room, please.
Let me ask you a question. If I had met you some time ago, you think we would be in a relationship? Why not?
Toxic.
Why not?
Everybody blocks out. Everybody blacked out their screens. Why? Nobody wants to be around this. Makes for some great internet drama, but the thing is, people don't really be watching these shows like this sometimes, man. Especially Lapeef. Lapeef died. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same people, just different platforms. They just went onto a bigger one with Anton. Like, the content creators in the other boxes are just equally as bad, but they went to another platform. But they're checking out. They don't want to be a part of this conversation. Y'all can hash it out over here. At least one person was, I guess she just said, I'll ride it out.
Because I'm toxic? Because I'm toxic.
Your love is your love.
I don't think I'm like people like with your personality type. I don't think I'm like fun enough.
No, that's not. No, that's because that's what you keep saying to me.
I guess this the type of acceptable content motherfuckers is making. See, they trying to use this word content as a shield, as if it's erasing a moral code or conduct when it comes to being motherfucking married. These motherfuckers 40. I can see if you 17 doing cheating, pranking videos. But angry man saying, they doing it for content. Get the fuck out of here. You know damn well they ain't doing it for content. And that's your boy, bro. So I'm not offended about shit you saying, angry man. And you should want to protect the honor and the character of your partner.
Believe it or not, a couple of years ago when I was very fresh on YouTube, I ended up on a panel with Angry Man. I was on there with like LTTV and a couple other content creators. I'd have to go back and find it. It exists somewhere. I didn't have much to say because the chick that was on there was going absolutely off on Angry Man. Because Angry Man came there with like the right intentions in the debate. Like, he's going to debate you with a level head and whatnot. But he's also one of those people who, like, I feel like maybe unintentionally gaslight you during a debate because he just says such ridiculous things. He'll just start randomly raccooning for absolutely no reason, and then you just feel like pressing his ass, and then he's wondering why you have energy. Well, it's like, you sound like you're one of those, and I don't like them. I don't like those who don't like me, which is you, which is basically Black MAGA or, super conservative, the Antons, those people, the Andre Williamses, Rob Smiths, the people who just feel like selling out blacks on any good day. Like, those people cannot be trusted. But those are the people that Angry Man, for whatever reason, seems to keep up for a lot. I get, like, Angry Man strikes me as the kind of guy that his guy would be beating his chick left and right. He knows it's wrong, but he won't say anything. Won't bring it up in conversation when I'm like, hey, homie, like, I noticed that your girl's got a few black eyes and she seems to be walking with a bit of a limp. I know she hasn't went to the police, but have you thought about going to therapy and getting that figured out before she does? He won't say that. He'll just let the chick end up under the dirt before it's like, damn.
But some of this shit gonna have to stop.
Yeah, Jay, you remember.
The video gets worse.
Again!
I beg your pardon.
My bad, I hit some of the wrong pieces. I just meant to drop one of those niggas.
Oh my God.
My personality type is to boring.
That's not what the, but see, you changing.
What? I answered the question.
But what about the conversations that we had previously, though?
Which one?
You just was different.
So this just content. This just good old content. Lakeisha pointed this out. She said, Micca led Anton to believe if they would have met earlier that he had a shot at sniffing that twat. Oh, my bad. But yeah, she led Anton to believe he had a shot. But haven't both of y'all been married all y'all adult lives? But it's just content. The video get worse.
What happened? What'd you say?
It was different.
Expound. What you mean?
The first time that we...
I'm sorry. I can't take it. This head in the table type of bullshit. Like, what is this, man? Somebody play this man a sad song. Like, where's the violin? Christ, dude, like, this just over dramatic behavior. Like, what is this? This is when a guy tries to get sympathy punani. He's trying to play like he's all emotional, but he's slightly upset and sad, a little down, a little beaten up. Oh, don't you feel bad for me? Won't you just unbutton at least one button for me, please? Can I at least see it? Aren't you married? But yeah, could you still, like, unzip your pants? That's the kind of stuff that Anton's got going on out here. Why is he acting like this? You have a woman at home. Like, it's just so strange. Like, I guarantee you, most of y'all have been in a room like this, and it always feels wrong. It makes you feel like you should never return.
We was in the car. Well, the first time we was in the car. When we first talked.
I was quiet the entire time.
But then you explained to me why you was quiet.
That's correct.
Micca's pissed off right now. Because Micca's like, why are you trying to blow our cover? Why are you trying to blow it? I'm trying to maintain frame. Aren't you the masculine one? Aren't you the man? Didn't you go to Fresh and Fit and talk to Mr. Masculinity himself, Myron Gayness? Didn't you go speak to him in Fresh? Mr. 1,000 Bodies? Anton Daniels, hell, you talk tougher than them. I think you had 2,000 bodies. But the way your wife be talking, you might have 2,000 bodies underground. But you're over here blowing this cover. You're supposed to be quiet. Everybody already knows on the panel what the hell's going on. That's why they done blacked out all their screens. Everybody's already aware. They done seen your wife. They done seen her. They been there. And they seen that she probably looked uncomfortable the whole time. Pretending to go along with the charade. Like, ladies, please never allow yourself to get manipulated like this. Shout out to Elbert Choice for the $10 super chat. What's good, Random? What's good, Elbert? What's effing good? Thanks for tuning into the live. Glad you can make it.
Be quiet for a different reason now.
What?
Be quiet for a different reason now. We supposed to be better than this. We supposed to be better than what we are.
What is this we supposed to be anything? We're supposed to be better than this. Y'all aren't supposed to be a we anything. What kind of business partnership do they even really have? What does Micca bring to any of these platforms? What is she there for? She's just a prop. You brought her there like she was your wallet. Like she doesn't exist to do anything. Hell, she didn't make it onto the 5150 show. She was in the back. Face was never seen.
You don't agree?
No, because I'm a great friend.
Oh,
No.
oh, friend.
I am a great friend. I am a great friend. I am a great friend.
How long have you and Anton been business partners or friends?
We're business partners, and
So you're not a friend, because I don't want to provide language that's inaccurate.
that's why I changed it.
Yeah.
We're
You
business
get this.
partners, absolutely.
You're not friends.
No.
Okay.
Friends would imply.
Albert. Yeah, he was like this with 6. I was thinking about making a video on that, but that was also like just the Anton files in general. Because I mean, dude, the Anton files go way back. Like Anton goes all the way back to when I basically originated over here on this channel. This whole Anton saga is wild. It really is though, because this is stupid though. The Six the Goddess. So I really understand him simping for Six the Goddess. Okay, look, Six the Goddess is a goddess. Like I might have been in my head and hands like that for Six the Goddess as well, but I couldn't do that on camera though. I might have did that like after she left the apartment and I didn't get the clap. But you know what I'm saying? Like I get it. I mean, but that was a little different. Six is out of this world.
That we hang outside of business.
Not necessarily. Well, yeah.
No.
I am a great friend.
Sometimes.
You?
No, that's not true. We'll talk about it later.
Well, I'm going to be a great friend, and we're going to go to Super Chats.
Either they all know something or they all want to know something, because Carrie came in a few minutes too late. The silence in that goddamn room. But again, niggas calling this a play, niggas calling this content, but why do you delete this particular content if it's content?
Please, somebody answer that question for me. Why do these people delete everything? Why do they delete everything? Like, just leave it up. If you really stand on business, if you really stand on the points that you put out there, if this is really your lifestyle, why delete the video? Why is it gone? What are you nervous about? That's what confuses me. Like, what are you worried about people discovering if you said this is your lifestyle? Why did you delete it? It's a bad look. I thought you explained it away. If you explained it away, then it shouldn't be a bad look. Unless you can't do anything but lie about it. Shout out to Drake for the $2 super chat. This dude acts how he looks. Creepy and unsettling. Facts.
Somebody wrong. And for the most part, Anton Daniels' wife, she might be down with the get down. She might be down with the get down and don't have no troubles or no problems with what Anton Daniels do. But Anton Daniels the type of nigga, he messing with a married woman and have no concern for her well-being or image. As long as he get what he get. As long as he talking about the girl in the Tasha K interview that I'm waiting to come out. He talking about the girl in a way that, like, he ain't really mess with her like that. He oh man, we gonna have to get into that video before I misspeak. But what y'all think about this shit? Do you think
He did get into that video eventually. Shout out to House of Hypocrites as well. Another great content creator. Gotta shout out these great content creators out here. Don't all have like a bunch of subscribers, like hundreds of thousands, but dude, these guys make great content. I mean, this is where it is now. The mid-tier content creators, this is where the great stuff is. This is where the real shit is. We're in the mud. This is where you get to see the real wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where you get to see the car crashes from NASCAR. This is where you get to see the real good event. the dirty boxing, slap fest. I mean, whatever you want to see, you get to see a lot down here. I'm telling you, we get real messy. Everybody else who gets a whole bunch of subscribers, they start getting worried about their branding. You know what I'm saying? We just say a whole bunch of crazy stuff when we're small and mid-tier YouTubers because we're like, worst come to worst, we'll have to start again. You know what I mean? The other ones, you get to a point where you got so many sponsorships, you got so much money coming your way, it's kind of hard to get rid of that lifestyle. Most of us here at the bottom, we already working anyway. Most of us, this isn't what we do full time. So we got a little bit more to lose or a little less to lose. So sometimes you just hear a lot more crazy stuff from us. And sometimes you get a lot more dirt. Boy, that's what makes it great. Oh, let me see here. Now, I always hesitate to play another O'Shea Do Jackson because it means I support it. Because I do still support O'Shea because I need these videos. I mean, unfortunately, I probably don't even need to be subbed to O'Shea to even get his videos. I don't subscribe to the celebrity junk because I can only give him one sub for being a raccoon. But he does speak up for black issues, so he gets at least one sub. But he also had a lot to speak on this. So let's go ahead and get into this.
But I have to ask you, I just have to ask you, have you and Anton ever had?
This morning, I got an email about a video that happened with Micca. She was a collaborator professionally with Anton.
Ryu, I know who you're talking about. I do know who you're talking about. Hey, yeah, she was another black chick that was on those panels. She's going to be in probably the videos that I'm going over tomorrow about this situation. Remember, I'm live streaming 3 days this week, back to back to back, going hard in the paint.
Daniels, she seems to be a really nice person, and I can tell you for a fact that she is really into the black media perspective. I found out that she emailed me 3 years ago trying to support another brother, so I actually believe that
O'Shea really believes that she was trying to support a brother. She was trying to get on his platform just like she did Anton's. Hell, O'Shea could have been tricking it out and flying her out just like Anton was probably, but he missed the email.
Micca is really, really genuinely into the black commentary space as a fan. That is definitely true. But this is interesting because
yeah, it's as a fan. I'm telling you, tomorrow, these other videos, this chick is really fake. She's got a really secret life. She's damn near another version of Erica Kirk. Earlier, I referred to her as the Black Pam Bondi. I'm telling you, you know what? In ways, she's very much like the light-skinned Erica Kirk. There's a lot of stuff behind the surface here. Ooh.
Because Micca has another issue that is still looming over her. And that is, what is her status with Anton Daniels? There was a gentleman that was doing the interview. I believe his name is Orlando. He seems to be a professional news reporter doing this on the side, and they have worked together in the past. But this brother is a damn good interviewer, and he did not make it easy for her at all. And basically, he talked about their relationship, where it started from, how did she meet him.
That little pause clip right there is when she was like, no, I didn't have sex with Anton. It's like, anytime I've seen somebody make these definitive statements in front of the camera like that really proving something to the world, it usually comes out like a week later that they told complete lies. So, here we go again.
But then he got into the whole situation and the questions about the flirting.
Has Anton ever flirted with you?
Flirted with me as a sense of what? Just naturally, like we're sitting here, or.
Now he starts off his questions by trying to build up what he wants to get to towards the end, which is, did Anton Daniels flirt with you? And he prefaced it in a situation where she felt that she was being flirted with, and so she responded.
So, Anton does things for content, and then there's things that Anton will do if we're just sitting here.
Okay.
So if you're saying personally, if me and Anton was just sitting here, no. Now, if you're talking about for content, when we're doing the virtual rooms and things for the show, Anton has said multiple things.
So she said, well, he has said multiple things. Anton Daniels, the personality is different offline, so you can't really take him serious. And then he asks for this.
So let me hear a few of the multiple things that he said that was a flirt.
What people would consider.
No, Aisha, she's like Afro Latina, but I'm pretty sure she's like American Latina.
Consider
Oh
he's,
God,
saying,
oh God, what am I doing? Fumble. Shout out to Big Sis God, just one for the $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Right after the whole Corey situation, Anton called his wife on live and asked her how she feels about Micca. Her response: "I'm in love. I mean, I love Micca. Sad. The fudge." Like, thank you. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat.
Not people what you considered as a flirt.
I would say probably if he's like, "Oh, Micca, you're so sweet," or you're so cute, right? But
no faithful man says that to another woman, period. Even regardless if she's married or not, he doesn't say that if he's a faithful Christian husband. Remember, his Christianity comes before his blackness. He's so Christian, he's no longer black. Remember, he fills out the other category on his job application as Christian, no longer a race. He has removed himself from that. So he is holier than thou. And this is what he does. Out here, "Oh, Micca, you look so cute. Micca, I like your creamy skin. Micca, your curls. Micca, you look so much better than my wife. Micca, why couldn't my wife be you? Micca." So stupid.
the problem that I have with it is because I know he's doing it for content, right? And
Nigga. Shout out to Dex. How did Hot Dog Daniels pull her? Money. I work in a place where money gets you a lot. And I've seen it. We've all seen it. Money does a lot for you out there. And shout out to Logix. Welcome to the live, sir. I'm glad that you can make it. Really appreciate that. Glad to see that you're here. But yes, money, Dex. Because, like, if the photos that I saw of her husband are real, it makes no sense why she would even be remotely entertaining Anton unless she really thinks she's going to benefit off of this lifestyle like she has. They go shopping. They go to the games. She gets to live this experience with Anton that she wasn't going to get to live with her husband. Now, there's been rumors and stuff that thought that this man might be like 88 years old and she must be an escort or something to be like spending time with Anton. Like, or how bad off is her husband for her to be wanting to spend time with Anton? Like, spending time with Anton is a vacation when it seems like it's nothing but a nightmare where you have to kiss his ass the whole time. And just listening to him go through every ray of emotion that you can possibly imagine. Lose frame, get back in the frame, get out of frame, go back in the frame. I'm black woman moment, I'm not black the next, I'm Christian now, and you ain't nothing but a bitch 1 second, I'm red pill now. I mean, Anton's got so many different personalities inside of their head now that's been created all for the internet that it becomes confusing. Word.
Worse flirts than that. But I understand that she is a married woman, which we'll find that out, and she has a brand, Pop Culture Micca. So she's a conservative, and she got to keep it clean. I understand that. But then the interesting parts of the interview.
O'Shea, it's too late to keep it clean. It's over. It's already a mess. There's blood everywhere.
And my honest situation get worse.
Mm-hmm. So I understand that Anton is married. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you're married.
Correct.
Correct. Have you met Anton's wife?
Yes.
How would you describe her?
She's very, when I say probably one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life, that lady is probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And has Anton met your husband?
In person, absolutely not.
He has not met him in person. Has he met him over the phone or in DM? What other form of introduction when you say not in person?
Because a lot of people assume that, when you have to see people, it has to be in person, or that if you don't meet them in person, then it's something or whatever. So
no, so I'm saying, what's the form of communication? That he met your husband? They don't have a form of communication where they talk back and forth.
So this is the most telling part. She said, have you met Anton Daniels' wife? She says she has. Is she a nice person? She is. Now, I can...
Yeah, she's so nice that she lets Anton apparently smash her right in front of her. While she rubs her nipples over there like Diddy.
Attest to that. I talked to Anton Daniels' wife on the phone maybe once or twice. She seems to be a very pleasant lady, a very nice lady. I've always said that from what I know about her, okay? I've only had 1 or 2 interactions with her. That's just been on the phone. But
look how tall she's standing above Anton. This is why Anton doesn't want his woman. He feels insignificant. He's inferior. Now, I know she's got some high heels, but without those heels, they're probably going to be basically the exact same height. They're going to be the same height. That look that he has on his face right now, that isn't the look of love. That's the look of, oh my God, I can't stand this chick. That's the look of saying that she smells bad. I don't like her perfume. Get away. Why did I marry you? I have regrets.
then the host wants to clarify if Anton Daniels has met her husband.
So he's never met your husband?
No.
And why is that?
No particular reason.
Sure.
Just I've never had to actually do anything where my husband was there, and so if he's there, like if my like when we work together, is here, so my husband's come here. But if
when we first met and worked together,
we were in person as well.
Your husband came.
Yeah.
She's in person with Anton. What is she talking about? He could make one of those trips. You're getting flown out by some dude who has a bunch of followers and a bunch of money and flaunts it out there on the internet, talking about he has this harem of women and gang of chicks everywhere he goes to every city, like he's Hugh Hefner. Oh, I guess he doesn't want to come with you? Or does he just simply not know really what's going on? Well, I know he knows now.
Yeah, but we were here in the DC area. Yes, my husband came.
Yes.
So again, if he was here, then yes. But most of my business dealings, and if not all, I usually have a manager or somebody else deal with that. So that's the reason why it's not a thing. But I talked to my husband about it.
So this is kind of where it gets a little sticky. So if you look at Pop Culture Micca and you look at her Instagram, you would not know that Pop Culture Micca is a married woman. And this is important for a woman who is a MAGA supporter, who is
no man in sight.
You know, I won't say she's Republican, but she's right-leaning. And being a part of a family structure is important. But Micca does not do that. She doesn't have her husband up there. At least Anton Daniels, you know, he has his wife. Like I said, sometimes a little bit too much with his family. But she has pictures of everything else, but not her husband. And she's looking like, in my honest opinion, as if she is an unmarried woman. She has pictures with other men on there. I know these are professional things. You know, like the poses where she's hugging on other dudes. I mean, again, you can look at it as being professional, men being close.
Miss Independent, I don't know if it's Fox Sports all over again. I don't know if we had that many people in one round hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, at Fox Sports, it was like a lot of round, square pegs in one round hole. This one, it feels like it's just one clean fit. Feels like it's like the peg game at Cracker Barrel. It's just one. That's all you left.
To her, but where is her husband at? Why doesn't she want the world to know that she is actually married? She says she's married. She's not behaving publicly as a married woman.
Hold on a second. This photo is everything that Red Pillers stand against. Like, this is heresy in the world of Red Pill, which Anton is basically Red Pill. In case y'all weren't aware, he's up on that game, y'all too. Apparently he had some appearance on Fresh and Fit that I'm never going to watch. I refuse to watch that shit. Like, all sorts of people keep going in over the Fresh and Fit. I mean, but still, isn't this everything that they stand against? What is this? Like, I thought he would not be attracted to such luscious energy here, because boy, she's busting in this one. The only thing is, I think she stands about 5 foot tall, so it wouldn't look as great in real life probably, but she would still be fine. It's just like it's a smaller package than what I think you imagine. Because I think Anton stands like towering over her, which says a lot about how short she is.
she's married. She's not behaving publicly as a married woman. Then also, she says she doesn't feel like it was so necessary for Anton Daniels and the husband to talk, but she has photos with Anton Daniels. Like I said, we've talked about that before on the internet. Some of those photos have been taken down. She has 2 photos, but you know, you're married to a man, you're flying out like from DC to California. You don't know where this man is staying at. I think in the stream, after the whole Corey Holcomb situation, they at least were in the same.
Albert, this is no choice. It's 6. It's 6 to guys. 6 is like a 60 out of 10. I'm not going to get mean today, but there's flaws here. There's flaws here with Micca. I don't see many flaws with 6, and she has kids. Like, even with the kids. Just saying.
Hotel room. So you're a beautiful lady and you're under the stewardship of another man who's married. It just doesn't make much sense to behave like that as a married woman, which gives me the ability to think one or two things is the truth. Number one, Micca is the bread.
Actually, as a matter of fact, like Micca, 6 over Micca is like Michael Jordan over Steve Kerr. Like, this isn't close. I just want to go ahead and establish that.
Breadwinner in her house. Okay. So because she's the breadwinner.
Actually, and also, and Micca MAGA. She's MAGA. Oh, hell no. No, we ain't doing that. No, sorry.
Household is dictated by her rules. She sets the pace. 2, the husband is a person that is just a complete, I don't want to call him a simp, but just kind of running over the guy. Or maybe the guy is incarcerated. Maybe the guy is living, he's in the military, he's away, something. But this just does not make sense for a woman like her. You don't know your husband. She's flown to Detroit. She's flying to LA by herself. You've never met this man. You've never talked to this man at all. Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. And then they start to talk about this very infamous photo of Anton Daniels and her, which again was alarming. And the man starts to criticize her.
I was flabbergasted by this picture.
Okay, tell me why.
Because there's no way my wife would be physically touching, leaning on a married man, leaning on a single man, leaning on another man in a way that suggests, I'm feeling you, I like you. This is really some sort of.
Why do you think that says I'm feeling you?
Even if it doesn't say I'm feeling you, I don't want my wife.
Why do you think?
Yeah.
Why do you think that suggests that I'm feeling you? Because
okay, let's
hold on. The reason why I'm asking you.
Okay.
The reason why I'm asking you is I have tons of pictures of our former co-hosts.
Yep.
With the same lean, everything.
But here's the difference.
Hold on.
Yes.
And that person is also a male, all right? And we have a working relationship, and it's the same exact type of picture.
So here she.
So I'll throw her a bone here on this. She's short. She's super short. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's going to have to be like that in a lot of photos. I mean, so I will give her a slight pass on that. Not much, but a slight.
Is like the man is bringing up a good point. Look, you are having this pose next to this man as if, you know, you're really feeling the guy. And her response to that was, well, I've taken several photos like that before. What she doesn't understand is that just makes it worse. You're a married woman and you're taking photos with other men in my honest opinion, to a man, it's a very disrespectful way of doing so. Again, I don't understand what, you know, her and her husband have.
I don't know, Drago. She doesn't seem like she's insufferable. She just seems real boring. You know, like, I mean, she's already dry. Dry is one thing, but she's not really funny or smart. So she's just bland. She's just unseasoned chicken. It's just there. You can eat it. You can bang her. But is there anything else?
Set up in a relationship, it's really not my business. But for most people, that's an uncomfortable position, especially being a lady and being a conservative and you're taking these kind of photos, right? Then he comes back with this.
But here's the disrespect. This is a married man that you are physically leaning into.
I'm not leaning into.
That to me,
I'm not leaning into.
to me, and here's my perspective of it. There's a gap between it, but I'm looking at how you have a smile on your face. This is just my perspective. Your eyes look seductive. Just my perspective. And your arm is relaxed on his upper shoulder.
Correct.
And I would never imagine a married woman leaning on a business male partner that way. That to me is inappropriate. That's if you were my wife, I would have a serious problem. My problem would be so serious, you would have to probably extinguish your contract with him.
Again.
And okay, I agree with him on that. Like, the bottom line is, like, if this is your chick, or if you're just a psychopath and you're just crazy for Micca and you have no ties to her, this was going to drive you crazy. This is sort of like if you like somebody, right? You have a crush on somebody, or this is your girl, and you suspect they're cheating or something like that, and you see that they're out with some friends. Oh, I've been going out on the town. Me and the girls went out, took some photos. One of them happened to be with some dude, and this is what the photo is. I'm going to analyze it to every part, or every piece that I possibly can. I want to analyze every touch, every little finger, every fingernail. I want to look at your hair, the little glaze in your eyes. I want to look at the look on his face, the body language. I want to look at that smile. I want to look for every little dimple to see if you really mean it. And she looked like she was really into that photo.
And if you're my wife, I'd have a serious problem with it, and I would have you extinguish your contract with him. Some guys would do even worse. This is grounds for a separation, maybe even a divorce, because what it implies.
Hell, in some cases, it might even involve some even worse things. It might involve hands.
Is if you're willing to take this sort of photo with the man, you don't have any limits. If you take this photo with a man or other men in this way, you are not a woman who is trustworthy, okay? Because the way you look to the world is not cool. The brother then follows it up with this.
And I will also feel a little uncomfortable that this gentleman obviously did not either push you away or suggest that we shouldn't take this type of picture.
Not only did he hold her accountable, Anton Daniels, as a married man, okay, didn't push you away. He didn't say we shouldn't take this type of photo. Both of us are on the right. Both of us push family. So here we are, two married people taking a photo that's we probably should not take. Not only that, there was a photo of them at the basketball game and things like that, which was different. But this is problematic, all right? Then ultimately, we find out this.
Here's another very challenging question, but I have to ask you. I just have to ask you. Have you and Anton ever had sex?
No.
Any?
Hold on. No.
Okay. Any sexual relations?
No.
She's doing her best part to try to really play this up like she didn't do anything with Anton. But as we saw in that last video with Anton, nothing but bitch-made behavior, suggesting that something has gone on, and he was emotionally in tatters, completely torn apart, really upset. She must not have gave it up to him in quite some time. Either that, or maybe he was still in like the process of trying to get inside of them jeans. Maybe he was still working on it, and he was feeling like it was slipping away, and that's why he had his head in his hands. He was really upset. I don't know.
It's always been strictly professional.
It is the first one.
And that's...
And you could be professionally sexual.
Oh, I would know.
Well, that's
so
what I'm
again,
saying. Yeah.
It's always been strictly professional. Strictly professional. Like I said, Anton has a persona online.
Okay.
I get his persona online. But personally, Anton hasn't done that to me.
So the question about the sexual relationship, was there one? I mean, again, I'm not there to speculate what happened or if it happened or not. She said it didn't happen. So whatever. I mean, nobody can prove it. No one was there. The issue is if somebody doesn't believe that, it just looks like the flirting that happened online. Anton Daniels in the past has said that he cannot deal with anybody that's not given. He said that while you were on the stream, and he was working with you also, and there was no pushback from you when he was saying things like that. So if they did nothing and we can't prove it, it just makes it kind of hard for her because she sort of put herself in a very bad situation there. But she did end the relationship with Anton as far as a business relationship. I don't know what it was personally. And she said this was the reason for it.
And when he went to speak about it, he didn't advocate. He only still boistered towards whatever Corey had to say. And I get the boistering, but my advocation should have been first.
So this is largely true. She said, listen, Anton Daniels did not try to come to my defense to make me look like a woman of substance. When the side chick narrative was going out about Micca, he did very little to make her look like she was a woman that was respecting her husband, although the situation was already precarious with the decisions that she made with some of the photos and being on some of the panels and some of the flirting, all right? And she said that he basically wanted to look like a guy who was clapping, which he was.
I got this meeting.
I have this meeting. Okay, so if I'm looking at this picture, are you all on the floor at a basketball game?
Correct, that's the floor.
Okay, at a basketball game.
Correct.
So
I know I've heard her say that they weren't on the floor before at some point in time. It might have been during this interview. And this is where all her contradictions in her conversations like start popping up. And it's like, you said this before. We can go back and rewind the tape and you said something completely different before. You don't just get taken down to the floor of an NBA basketball game. Like, that is not normal stuff for a nobody. But she's one of these people, so she might come off as soft, sincere, kind, docile. But guess what? Internally, she's about like Anton. She's a narcissist. She truly believes she should belong in this situation. Confidence creator, Freezy. Oh, I'm telling you, they got some videos. So tomorrow will be fun to watch those videos because they really cooked. That's why I really had to do this because I didn't have enough time. Too many updates with this situation were happening too fast to where I can't make my videos the way I normally make my videos and get them out in time. There's just no way. It's actually impossible for me to do so. There's really not much else in this video to review here. I'm pretty much done with this situation for today in general. We're going to revisit this tomorrow because this whole situation with Micca is pathetic. You're going to see more lies. You're going to see more hypocrisy. And like I said, she truly believes she belongs here. You're going to see tomorrow that she tried to do this like the Kim K type of way. Or really she tried to blow up by basically being Brittany Renner. She tried to become a chick that dudes were smashing that had clout so she could inevitably have clout for being the chick that got smashed. Dude, Logic's there are smart, fine chicks too. That's not why is that why you're saying she's stupid? Just because she's fine, that means she dumb? That sounds very ignorant, Logic. Are you saying that God chose not to program her with intelligence because she was good looking too? I don't think she's bad enough to where she couldn't get some programming for some intelligence. She's fine and all, but there's flaws. Like I said, me and Albert already had a whole debate over here about something that feels weird for me to say because Six, for all I know, can see this video. Then she's going to be like, who this weirdo over here talking about smashing me over here on the other side of the internet? Who's this fake-ass professor and dean? This founder, chairman, CEO, president, vice president, and dean of Ran-DomU University talking about how fine I am. Though, look, Logics might be right, though. But, hey, you can't always have it all. But, yeah, I'm pretty much done with this one. Tomorrow's is going to be fun. But, all this stuff makes me feel like, in general, that we have regressed as a culture. But I was going to play a little segue, but I want to play a video. Because the whole situation, because we're moving on to Dr. Umar now. More students than FDMG Academy. Yeah, that's right. But guess what? we're about to start talking about FDMG Academy, because go figure, we had some controversy. So if you saw my video the other day, please feel free to go watch it if you haven't. I think it might be entertaining enough. I think you might enjoy that video. But we have Jay the Informant's video that I'm going to play, because actually, let's see if I got any more music to play over here. I want to get back on that. I don't hear anything. Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah. So, we're going to end up playing Jay the Informant's video on this matter. Please feel free to subscribe to Jay the Informant if you like anything Dr. Umar related, because there's been a lot of drama. As always, too much to keep up with, and my style of video making could not keep up, so this is why we're live, because we got a whole lot to visit here. Dr. Umar, we all know the school's not going to ever freaking open. Hell, the man won't go inside the gosh dang school to record any of his videos. Once again, I keep telling you, it's because you can't breathe in there without some type of hazmat suit. You need like oxygen to go inside of that school, and he keeps trying to sell you on the idea that it's actually going to come open. It's never going to open. But the other biggest thing is, if you remember, months ago, I talked about how Dr. Umar was in a movie called Awaken. And he starred in his own film, believe it or not, where he was the main character. Now, somebody else was actually going to be Dr. Umar in this film, but he actually volunteered to do it himself. He did take out the trash decks, so the school's supposed to be open. Even though, once again, he still talked about how we still need to get it inspected. I swear, somebody really need to go over there and like really give some good slaps to Dr. Umar. Like, bro, you got to stop this, man. It's a sickness at this point in time. Like, some people really don't know anything else. He's like the guy who gets out of jail for selling crack and goes out and immediately starts selling crack again by the time he literally got to the street corner. Doesn't make any sense, but he does. But we're going to talk about Miss Marianne Lawrence, where she basically was the director of that film I was just alluding to, Awaken, where Dr. Umar got to play himself. And she's had this whole controversy because she's been coming up after him as well. And everybody supported her, especially when she came onto the platform at first. But apparently she done started crashing out, lost about 1,000 subscribers, and when talking about a week, and she didn't have a very big platform to begin with. But everybody got behind her because she was a black woman out here trying to make a stance against Dr. Umar. She was taken advantage of. She was scammed. It was very easy to believe that she was scammed by Dr. Umar. And I still believe she's getting scammed actually through his check situation. I think it might be a little bit misleading on what's going on to it. But let's go ahead and see what Jay has to say about this situation.
What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Of course, I'm your host, The Informant. Now, before I get into this video today, we already know what I'm here for, but I just want everyone to remember who the real enemy is. In this case, who the real scammer is, before I even get into the video, because I know that some things have come up over the past couple of days with Miss Marianne Lawrence. What's going on, who's telling the truth and all that stuff. I do understand that she's passionate about this, what's going on. She doesn't like seeing people get robbed, taken advantage of, like she was taken advantage of by Umar Johnson. Now there's some things that's out. We don't know if it's true or not, but the evidence is starting to point to that she might have not been telling the truth about, of course, the check. Now, with that being said, I hope that everybody, once we get over this hill, that you guys can keep focusing on the same guy who, he literally tells black people not to buy any Nikes and all that stuff, but yet we've seen him in multiple Eagles jerseys, multiple Eagles gear.
First of all, I just now looking at this post. This is ridiculous. FDMG is ready for inspection. 2026, 100th Black History Month parent, teleconference, fatherhood, depression, dropout, teenage pregnancy, family dysfunction, motherhood, giftedness, loss and grief, same-sex step parents, sibling rivalry, cannabis abuse, peer pressure, bullying, absentee parents. But please, for the love of God, don't forget to PayPal me. Hit the PayPal. Hit the PayPal. Hit the PayPal at FDMG Academy. Had to add that into the post as well. Please don't forget to hit me up at 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. There's old Dr. Umar right there repeating himself. I'll go ahead and spare you the peace. I'll spare you the pain. I'll do it for you, Doc.
See on your screen right now, he's wearing this Philadelphia gear right here, which costs hundreds of dollars. So to update everybody on what's going on, the current events of the situation. Now, if you watch somebody like
no, Miss Independent, no, please tell me to God, no. she faked all her posts, like Super Bowl. Like, what, did they just mock photos from Google? So was her post the other day about her breakfast fake? Oh, let me get into this video. No. You saying I'm advertising for him? What? Because I'm showing the entertainment that he provides? Look, if Dr. Umar was a comedian, I actually would advertise for him. But no, I can't support that.
Post TV, then
Well, Watts was saying, I think Watts was actually saying that FDMG Academy was the sticker. It might be, actually. I'm not really sure.
Honor KKC, then you're probably up to date. Leave a comment. Thanks for coming through, but you can stay for the recap as well. Now, me myself, I have supported and really shown some love on this channel for Miss Marianne Lauren. Now I find myself on the fences because we don't even know what she said was true. Now the allegations have come up that Miss Marianne Lauren might not have told the complete truth about the payment that she received from Umar Johnson. Now, she claimed that she received a payment from Umar Johnson for hardship, and it was a kickback on the donations as well. So I think it was like $68,000, and that the two parties, her and Umar Johnson's lawyer and Umar Johnson himself, they mediated this out of the court. Now, when it comes to mediation, they don't really have any court paperwork. So of course, I unfortunately listened to this information. I'm thinking that, okay, you mediated, that happens outside the court, so there will be no public records of this. So the explanation actually made a lot of sense. Now here's the video when she came out and told everybody.
So the reason I wanted to come out to...
Before I let her explain this, I'm sorry, but I am thrown off by what Miss Independent said. That really threw me off, man. I mean, you telling me all that shit fake? Or are you telling me she just is a complete liar, manipulator? Like, this feels really depressing. Like, she came out here like, she really showed up out of nowhere on YouTube with a really great story, a middle-aged black woman who had been wronged, and she's really trying to get herself together and build up her career and make these movies and stuff like that. And it was supposed to be wholesome. But now it feels like when you found out that Paula Deen was racist. You know what I'm saying? That's what this feels like. It's like, oh, damn. I thought this was going to be a middle-aged woman we can all root for, but I guess not. Oh, that's sad. It's just real sad. Oh, no. He never even paid the homeless guy who actually lived in the bandos and worked there $3,000. So low probability she got $68K. Well, yeah, the money part is what it is. But yeah, I guess it's true. It's really disappointing though, Zane. It really is. Because I just really didn't want this to be that kind of situation. Because now she done turned off all the comments. I think that's in another video. I mean, it's done got really bad for her. Because she knew. She knows it's coming. But I guess she screwed up and left up the comments available on her shorts and her posts. Like, oh, we just need to get into the material.
Make this video, it's because I received a check as a settlement from Dr. Umar Johnson. During the week, I received an email, and the email was not claiming to sue me. It was from his attorney at Cleveland Law Firm, which has a sister firm and where he's from, Philly.
Of course, you heard in that video right there that she said that she received a paycheck from a law firm. Now, when you receive a paycheck from a law firm, they can't send it in a check form. That does make a lot of sense. That way they have a paper trail. Maybe they'll take a picture of it and you will also have a picture of it. Of course, you can just take a picture of it on your phone as well, and you can just send it to your bank or you can deposit it in your bank. Either which way it goes, I understand them, they send you a check. A lot of people say, why would they send a check? They'll just deposit it. But yeah, they still send checks. Trust me, I still get checks to this day from a different organization. So that's not a problem. What is a problem, however, is that we found out that the check was actually from a home buying company, that the check was not from a law firm. And why would a law firm want to use a home buying company to, I guess, pay off a debt for one of their clients? Now, she said that Umar Johnson sent her the check. Now, I'm thinking about this. I'm like, why would a law firm put their reputation online knowing who they're dealing with? They know the dirt that their people be doing. So if they get a contract going on between the law firm and another law firm that he's going to pay you, and they sign the contract and all that stuff, sometimes they can be liable for what their client doesn't proceed to go through with. And, and the other lawyers can try to go after them as well. So that didn't make sense to me. Now, of course, in this video, she said there was a mediation outside of the court, which usually means there will be an agreement between two parties, and more than likely no public record would be involved in the mediation. Also, what is said in the mediation generally is confidential. The mediators cannot testify about what they discussed in the transition. And of course, there's no transcript on what happens in the mediation. So everything that courtroom would do this typically doesn't happen in the mediation. In mediation, it becomes a private event, and it ends up being between the two parties and a bunch of documents. The information can only be public if both parties agree to it or if one of the other parties slip up, but they don't have to do anything public. So that made a lot of sense to me. So to me, it made a lot of sense that there will be no public documents for Miss Marianne's settlement. Also, she said she used that settlement for the other 40 victims. Now, with this new information that was presented by Make a Change in his video, which I'm going to show you guys a glimpse of that real quick, I'm not sure if the check was ever real. I mean, I'm on the fence with Miss Marianne Laurent, but however, when it comes to the check, I believe that it was completely fraudulent, that she kind of made it all. Well, she did make it all up. Now, I'm sure that Miss Marianne Laurent doesn't like Umar Johnson. She wants justice. She wants to alert people of what the fraud that FDMG is. However, did she make all this claim just to get attention from Umar Johnson, or did she make all this claim just to get more attention for views and all that stuff? That
Jay, I have no idea. I don't know. It feels like it's a mix of all of that. It feels like her movies were flatlining, so maybe she did this to get some attention towards her films, so somebody would go watch them. Or maybe she did all this to actually help some kids, and that turned out to be a lie. And that's a real big shame of it, because the whole thing doesn't make any sense, because it's like, if you got $68,000 of a check that didn't even turn out to be real, and you couldn't have gotten it in this time, how did you help out all these 40 plus people? But it is what it is. But I've come to the conclusion, sadly, that her and Dr. Umar smashed. That's what I've come to the conclusion of. Dr. Umar got all up in that, and she lost her damn mind. She lost her mind. I mean, she sounds scorned. Usually you aren't this upset about something unless something was exchanged physically. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like that's what happened. I'm coming to the conclusion that maybe Dr. Umar got a piece of Miss Marianne. Maybe she did.
right there, I cannot tell you.
Well, dang, Jess, lay off the edibles so you can pay attention to what's going on. And what's up, Roshan? I'm glad that you can make it. Also, oh my God, boy, I'm so sorry. You met a terrible woman and she changed you. Oh, it's not the lady. Oh, okay. What are you talking about? Guys, this is Jay, the guy who's in the chat. This is his video, by the way. Feel free to subscribe to his channel, providing this great content.
Because I don't know. I'm not in her mind. I can't really say what she did and why would she do what she do. However, I am on the side that the check does not, it doesn't exist. And in order for me to get back on her side when it comes to that check, I'm going to need way more evidence than what she's shown so far. So right now, I'm just going to be like, hey, man, I got to get off the Titanic before it goes down. That's how I feel about that. And I feel like everybody else should be doing the same thing. And we're going to clearly see that this check is from a lending company and not something that I believe that a lawyer or a law firm will put their reputation online and do to somebody. So I do believe that she presented a false check.
Okay.
It's none of your business when the check was written. It's none of your business what law firm the check them. It's none of your business the memo. None of nobody's business. I don't even have to. I send it to you, so I need you to conceal all.
Now, I am a place that will not stand for people to make fun of her speech because it doesn't matter. She does speak like multiple languages, so the fact that she ums sometimes means nothing. I saw a bunch of comments talking about I don't trust anybody who ums, and a whole bunch of stuff to deal with her speech, which really relates to absolutely nothing. Like that just sounds really stupid. It sounds great in slogans and whatnot, but with reality, it doesn't actually make a whole lot of sense. It's sort of like when Preach is fumbling sometimes over his words because he speaks like 9 different languages, and people saying, "Well, I don't trust him." That doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid. That's like, Myron always calling him stupid because he can speak 9 different languages and Myron can't somehow. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. But she is lying. She's lying through her teeth. And what's sad here is that she's getting all this attitude all of a sudden out of nowhere. It's so like when she started finally like showing her face out here on this platform, because she like welcomes everybody with this hello family and hey we and family. A lot of what she does turns to find out, comes out, it's just like Umar. She's very much like Dr. Umar. There's a lot of similarities in the two of them's behavior, which is probably why he smashed. Well, anyway, shout out to Just Jay for the $10 super chat. Real talk. Marianne Laurent damaged the credibility of Lennon Honor and everyone who platformed her with this check stunt and the fake Google photos and everything that's coming out about her past. I mean, I don't know how much she damaged the credibility of Lennon, but every time I see Lennon, though, side note, like this dude needs to change his avatar on his channel. He don't look like that avatar. That's a real photo of Lennon. Like, I don't know how many years ago it was when his head was shaped like that, but it don't look like that now. Like, he is Mr. Peanut Head Man now. That's what he is. Seems like a great, content creator when it comes to just this particular thing. Honestly, in this whole equation, dude, all of these people are weird to me. Every single person in this whole dynamic, strange. Marianne, strange. Lennon, strange. I know some of y'all are going to probably unsubscribe to me for saying that, but I'm so sorry. But I'm just saying, like, the fact that you have dedicated your entire life to calling out Dr. Umar is weird. And the fact that she is basically obsessed with Dr. Umar with a fake check and a fake story and a fake lie. The only thing that was real about this whole thing with her was the fact that he was in her movie for reals. Because it's on this channel and I covered it. And Dr. Umar, we already know he weird enough. Like the man's on crack or something. I mean, Dr. Umar got problems. The man's been walking around FDMG Academy for the last 6 months straight.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
What's up, Greg?
So here's the back of the check. I'll show that.
You got it large enough.
Thanks again for the $10.
They can see it.
Yeah, they can see it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it okay for me to show the front?
You can show the front, but you don't need to linger. You can.
Yo, what is this? Like, it's the back of a check, man. It's like, you get a personal check and you see nothing on the back of it. That's what this looks like. This is nothing.
Show it and pick it up because some of these Negroes, they don't see it, they don't believe it.
It is.
They don't
is legit.
It, they don't believe it.
And I'll see the figures on there.
They don't
it's interesting.
And you see my name, Mary.
Yeah, it's on
Lorient, and you see the year 2025. And then one of them, it's a.
Yeah, Watts, I had time. I'm making time today. I'm making time. The next 3 days, I'm going live. There's time created because I got to go out of town this weekend and I got to grind extremely hard. Pause. But this whole thing, did you not hear what she said about, Negroes ain't going to listen until you show them evidence? Are you serious? Are we being for reals right now?
Interesting.
And you see my name. Some of these Negroes, they don't see it, they don't believe it.
It is.
They
it
don't
is
see
legit.
it, they don't believe it.
I mean, for reals, is that what we're at? That's what we're at right now? Oh, they won't believe this bullshit ass evidence that I put out here on this table. Ooh, I tell you what, them Negroes, them dumb ass blacks. Out here sounding like Anton Daniels now. The hell? I guess this is the dark side of Micca. I'm like, what is this, dude? I mean, really, is that what we're coming down to? She really tried. It's funny, the people that try to scam you really try to act like you the stupid one for not noticing their scam. Oh my God. You see it, that they're clearly lying, but they really try to gaslight you into believing that you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I get that you got little paper or tape over the names and stuff like that, but everybody sees the big blue check. Everybody's seen that in the mail at some point in time. Whether you were struggling with credit, or you needed to build credit, or you needed to get your credit card, or somebody was just harassing you because you had a social security number.
See the figures on there. It's interesting.
And you see my name, Mary.
Yeah, it's on
Lorient, and you see the.
I'm sorry I'm stopping this so much, but Jay, you're right though. You're right. He be making hella bank. Lennon makes a lot of money when it comes to Dr. Umar. I get why he does it. I mean, hell, I'll stay live until I go to work tonight if I had to, if I was going to make $3,000 on a live stream. I mean, those people be just slinging dollars at him. Oh, yes, master, thank you. Praise Lennon, honor you, Lennon. We'll honor everything about you, Lennon. Oh, please give us lemons for Lennon. I mean, these people, they go hard in the paint for Lennon. I get it. He's out here preaching the gospel about Dr. Umar, but homie.
Year 2025. And then one of them, is a cap. I'm like, what cap mean? And I go, girl, you know what cap? I'm like, no. Yeah, that mean you lying. And it's just, but those are his little supporters, they gotta come at you
Okay, the information on the check is covered. So why didn't she want the front of the check to be seen on screen for a long period of time? What was okay with showing the back of the check on the screen for a long period of time? Is it because she knew the information on the front of the check would have shown it wasn't real? Lennon did a live today after this information came to the forefront and showed a better image of the check. I have received these before. This is not a check. Typically, they are mailed out by companies interested in purchasing your property, and they make these ridiculous lowball offers. Here are some other examples. Now, going back to the image of the check Marianne sent to Lennon, it's clear it's not a real check because right on the front of the check, it clearly states, disclaimer, this is not a real check. To receive your real cash offer, call and it gives a phone number. If you call the number on the check, it goes to Legacy Home Buyers.
Thank you for calling Legacy Home Buyers. Sorry we missed your call. If you can leave your name, property address, and a brief message, we'll return your call as soon as we can. Thank you.
The check has absolutely nothing to do with a settlement from Umar Johnson.
So with that evidence being provided to you guys, just to update you guys on what's going on, I mean, the payment is in question. And after watching the live last night with Lady Luck Club and Uncle Mo's TV, there's even more questions that arrived in my mind when I'm thinking about covering this Umar Johnson stuff, which I'm going to cover, but I'm going to be focusing on other things as well. I mean, during the live that I watched on Mo's TV, Uncle Mo's TV and Lady Luck Club, as they covered this information last night, they were on a panel, and it was just the two of them, and they had some, questions that they asked about the check that Miss Marianne Lorient. And I alluded earlier to one of the questions that Lady Luck Club had to say. She said that she took some of that money, or took that money and went and paid for the other 40 donors to go to court against Umar Johnson. That further proves that she should have more evidence or more proof that she had that money in her possession at any point in time, especially if you can just go to a bank and just go take it to your lawyer. And another question that came up, and I alluded to this earlier that they brought up on the panel last night, is that why can't she just show us any evidence that the check ever existed, or that it was in her possession and that the check came from Umar Johnson them? I mean, the check.
Facts, Jay. I'm sorry. This doesn't make any sense that she can't show any better evidence. Hell, do you not do any online banking? Hell, can you not go to the bank? She was over here screaming, I'm going to the bank tomorrow. I'm going. That was a really bad Marianne impression, but still, she said she was going to the bank. All you have to do is go get a statement and prove that you got this large amount of money deposited in there. All you had to do was see the number inside of your bank account would have believed it. You didn't have to give us any other numbers. All you had to do is simply show us that it was deposited. You didn't even have to show us the other 40 plus transactions. We could have just taken your word and said, you know what, maybe she did give that money out, even though we know that she didn't because it never existed and never got deposited. Because hell, this whole thing, when you see a check like this, that means it's going to be a few days. And it's not going to be that money probably. Whatever it is, these are things that people, you got to negotiate or something. Or you got to go file, or you got to like fill out an application. There's a lot to this process here. Like when you see that blue check, you see bullshit. Let me see here. Somebody said something in the chat. Yeah, people who make their YouTube channel to talk about one person are weird. Yes, I believe that too, Dark Magician. Just saying.
Check that we just saw from Make a Change is clearly from a lending company. If you're over a certain age in America, you're going to be receiving all these fake checks. And they're not even fake checks. They're technically real checks. But what it is they're checks that give you either an outrageous interest rate or an unfavorable type of loan that really works for them and not work for you. But you're going to get that quick money. And that's what they looking for people to do. They want that quick money. So these are the questions that arised on the panel last night. And I really thought back and reflected on that. And I'm like, she should be able to provide evidence that she had the check and that she wired the check in less than 3 minutes and just posted on her wall on YouTube. The other thing is, if there's 40 other victims, why can't one of those victims come on and talk for you, just help you out, it doesn't have to happen. That's not none of my business, but I'm just saying, like, it'll make your story more believable than, and nobody believing you whatsoever. So I don't really know what to say about this. However, I do know one thing. When one domino falls, more will tumble. And I'm hoping that this could be resolved. I'm really hoping that she can resolve this. But my advice is that Miss Marianne, if you have proof, just show it. If not, just retract the statement and be truthful with people. Hopefully everyone will forgive you, or at least most people will. Also, one more thing. When you're angry.
Before you get to that last point on this video, Jay, I'm sorry. She's cooked. She's cooked. Her reputation shot. There's no way she can rebuild this. She should just go hide. There is no retracting statements. There's no nothing. It's just murder she wrote. She murdered her career. Tragedy. And then she ran. Now I got to catch up with whatever the hell y'all talking about in this chat, but I'll get to that in a second.
please do not get on the internet sounding like you did with Mr. Lennon Honor. When you got on the line with Lennon Honor, it kind of, showed another character of you. And I think that was kind of very depressing for myself, somebody who supported you, actually just to watch that, because you and Lennon Lennon himself, his nonverbal cues, I can actually pull it up. His nonverbal cues from when you were yelling at him, it was just, it was embarrassing. I have to say that.
I will be on camera at Huntington Bank when that money cleared at Chase Manhattan, withdraw, and I deposited Huntington Bank. I don't have any reason to lie. You guys think I would get on public platform and tell you guys he settled with me? And you think Umar Johnson wouldn't have come after me? Come on, family. He can't even say my name. And then for clear, because there's some people, so they're saying everything I said is a lie. Let me give you the detective there, and I'll deal with these white people on my own. Patrick Bishop. That is the detective who is in charge of handling this thing on Umar Johnson.
Patrick Bishop probably ain't even a real person. Patrick Bishop is probably as real as Bishop Sycamore, the school. He's a fictional character. He is about as real as Corey Holcomb's attorney is actually being an actual attorney. A facade. I'm sorry, Shay, but yeah, there's no hope for this woman. I want to believe it too. I really wish that she could redeem herself. I wish she could show back up with proof and evidence and this fake ass detective and this false investigation. I really wish she could find a way to fix this, but there's no coming back from this. It's just over. This is real sad.
Once it's finished from Cleveland, it goes to Delaware.
Because see, look, it is sad because I actually, she reached out to me, or at least commented on my video when I was talking about the movie and everything. She actually liked my breakdown. She said more of anybody, and that meant a lot. I was like, wow. She actually popped in, watched the movie review, and wow, chill lady. Yeah, she was chill all the way up until this point right here.
Detective, it goes to Pittsburgh, Philly, where he lives. Once local investigation is done, it goes to BCI.
Bad look, in my opinion. So, like I said, if you get this angry, anyone listening to me, maybe she don't even watch this video, please, just think about it before you get on camera acting a goddamn fool. It might seem like it's brave and bold in the moment, or it's just emotional feeling in the moment. I don't know really what really is. It's a case by case type of thing. But that was not a good look. But I just want to bring guys on this update that this whole situation about this whole check and what's real and what's not real. I do believe that she's a victim of Umar Johnson, but I do believe at the same time that she could have made the whole check thing up. We don't even know about the whole 40 donor victims. What can we say, man? Sometimes, trust goes too far. I most definitely did trust her, but I have to be on the fence right now, man. And if the Titanic start going down, I'm gonna be swimming away. Anyway, that's all for this video. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I just want to update you guys on.
Yeah, great video, Jay. That's why they call him Jay the Informant. A lot of information, a lot of good actual information to follow. Like when you see those checks, there's a specific reason. Who's involved? Who do you deal with? The process. And once again, you can get some really great breakdowns, especially on the Dr. Umar saga with Jay the Informant. So please feel free to check out his channel. He's almost at 700 subscribers. He only needed one more when I saw it earlier. So please, somebody hit that button. Get him to at least 700. Be the person who got him there. And don't hit it unsub right afterwards. Okay? Stay there. Stick around for a minute, please. I got to review what y'all are talking about up here. I saw something about somebody removed the comment. It was SPM. He removed the comment, then he came back talking about you saw something that made you lose faith in all humanity. And then Tara Kit came back here talking about we like salt in everything. What happened? I need somebody to explain to me what the hell happened. Well, either way, Patrick Bishop does sound like a fake attorney, by the way. But, he also could be a real attorney, or a real detective. Just saying, it could be something. But the last thing I wanted to review in today's live stream was the actual crash out. The face that Lennon has here. I want to go through this, just listening to her crash out. It is a lot to hear. And, it's something to go through. I'm telling you guys, it was a hell of a crash out. Yeah, I feel like Lennon be randomly postponing a lot. Like, I just don't know. Like, what? I just really need to know, like, how much material can you have on a guy without somebody needing to bring you up on stalking charges? Like, it's crazy that apparently that was it Marianne that had the stalking charges, Miss Independent? He does sound like a TV show cop. Shout out to Yankees fan for the $10 super chat. Ramadan Mubarak fam, are you going to cover Sneeko confronting Freshwater Weeks? That was kind of funny. Double L. It was honestly, I don't like who takes the double L. Was it Fresh and his manager? Because those both them lost. I thought Sneeko actually came out of it looking pretty decent. But yeah, I thought Sneeko actually came out of that situation not looking too bad. Well, I mean, what was he supposed to do? He's walking on the sidewalk. He gets pressed by some fat, chubby dude, and he talks shit to him, told him to go back off. And Walter, you've been pressing me about talking all this stuff like you want to smoke, but I've already called you out about that, and he did nothing again. And Walter, once again, when Sneeko was there in person, stood behind the table and didn't move. Like he was in quicksand, couldn't move, frozen. Crickets, crazy. Let me see but let me listen to this crash out here, because this is where I'm just going to play it from a random part, because I don't know exactly where it began, but it's from around here. And I just want to hear this crash out, because it is... She completely lost her frame. When you paint a picture of somebody, and then you actually see that onion get unpeeled, and it just starts smelling and making you cry, that's what this felt like. I just felt tears listening to this.
Yeah, shitless. You know why? You know why? Because the pressure's on. The pressure's on. That's why. They're coming for him. Now, I don't know if I'm allowed to give who the lead detective. Go ahead. All of y'all like to do your homework research. Go right ahead. Again, Patrick Bishop. Let me spell it. Let me spell it for Cleveland Headquarters Police. Let me spell it. You know, I'm going to say Patrick.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop. Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Long shark. Long shark.
Long shark.
Y'all want to get money like the way Umar did it like that. I gave you the letters for the attorney. Legal. A valid legal firm. You know how he came at me? Okay. What can you give out of the 500? What can you give out of the 500? And then if we don't like the number, Umar's going to give you a number, then we're not discussing. We're taking you to court. We're tearing you down. This is the language they use with me. And y'all want to know why I'm so angry? No, I have integrity. I'm a woman of faith. I have integrity. I ain't got no reason to lie. I ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
That lets me know that you almost have every reason to lie, and you're probably lying about everything. Anytime somebody advertises or leads with their faith or their race or their whatever they really stand on, I believe in God. No, you don't. I'm a black man. No, you're not. You're Christian. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe any of these people. Anybody who leads talk about, I'm a good person. No, you're the worst person. You're a narcissist. You're a punk pussy ass bitch. That's what you are. You're a nuisance amongst everyone. You're a detriment. You're a parasite amongst society. You hurt others. You are a waste of space and oxygen. That's what most of these people are. But they want to come out here and play victim, and they were the one who committed all the atrocities. All she had to simply do was not lie. All she simply had to do was not make up this BS about the $68,000 and these 40-something plus people that she helped. If they existed, then it would matter. But they don't exist, and neither does the money. So that's why people are calling you out. You showed up with a government uncashable check. Like Jay said, it's a cashable check, but it's not like, that's not the actual check. Everybody knows what that check is. You can't show up with that. First of all, she didn't even need to block out all the other stuff, because that check ain't no good. It isn't any good. The other signatures and stuff on there, that it would have been from the government and some false stuff. She protected it like it was a valid document, and it was just garbage.
On YouTube, but I will prove it.
The issue though is the check.
I told you about the check. I told you about the check. I sent that check to you. If I had something to hide.
Yeah, and the check looked like bullshit, Marianne. That's why. It looked sus. It looked highly questionable. God, I can't speak either.
would I have given you that check? He went through a long shot with that man in Columbus, that law firm. That check was deposited in Chase Manhattan, and then that money was withdrawn and then deposited to Huntington Bank. I don't have to lie, Mr.
Then where is the effing deposit? Please show us the deposit slip. I will take the receipt. I will take an online statement. I'll take a paper statement.
Honor, I don't have to lie.
Yeah,
what would I lie?
Yeah.
Where's Umar now?
Crazy.
Call Umar right now. You call him right now. I'll talk to the bitch. Call him now. Call him now.
And she knows that he can't do that. She's not even supposed to be doing that, apparently. She knows what she's doing right now is something that she shouldn't be doing. I don't know, Tara. I don't know why she's shouting, but my throat feels tired on her behalf. Oh, I could feel the strain when I hear her yelling. Also, yeah, Yankees fan earlier, I get what you're saying, but I'm trying to stay on point for now.
You got his number?
Are you saying that that check that you showed me, that cleared?
They gave me something, and then I told you, I said, listen, I do not trust this man. We went to Huntington. I go to a video. I said, family, this check that they gave.
Yeah, they gave you that exact same check back.
Us, we are in questioning of the check. Before I got the money, I had to sign paperwork. He went to a long shot. These people are long shot. Long shot. I don't know. You're talking about real estate. I don't know about.
I'll tell you this right now. I ain't ever seen a loan shark ever show up with a blue check. Loan sharks show up with cash. They don't show up with that shit. Or they're going to show up and wire the money directly to you. Yeah, she got scammed. She got scammed a long time ago when she made this movie about Dr. Umar. And Dr. Umar starred in the movie. Go back to my channel. Please review that video. You will enjoy it. That was back when I was really in my bag during that time. There's some times where I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm like cooking folks. At least it feels like it. I'm like, I think I actually did decent on this one. Those are some decent videos. They're really entertaining. But shout out to Big Sus God for the $5 super chat. It started in KKK's, in KKC's live. One of his members sent him to evidence. Then they sent it to Lennon. It went from one live to another. God, that just sounds like a disaster. That sounds terrible. Did she do? She did a video saying the check did not clear. So she did a video saying the check did not clear? The love now? I need to watch that video. I guess that was the video that she was talking about, saying she was going to explain the drama. But there's nothing to explain. Like, you knew that check didn't get cashed. Because she said that she got this money and helped 40 plus people. We can't lose sight of that. There was lives changed because of this money that was never received. So that's part of the deceit.
Real estate. They're long short. You get money. Let me break it down because someone probably, what the hell is she talking about? You get.
So she's going to break down a concept that she doesn't even understand. She's going to break it down for the slow Negroes who get upset for people showing fraudulent, uncashable checks and questioning, why are you acting like that shit is real? She's going to break it down to us. Oh, my bad. My bad. My bad.
Money from them, and there's a high interest rate. That was Umar.
Actually, I'm sorry. Marianne deserved one of those.
I don't care where the money came from. All I care is I got paid. I got paid. Okay. And once he paid me, I start moving. I was playing chess with him. I'm like, all right. Now it's on. I've been moving with Umar.
All right. So you're saying that the check.
Sharon, call Becky downstairs and tell her to start the med pass.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. This chick was at work when this was happening. She was crashing out on the job. She was one of those chicks who said, oh yeah, give me a second. I will be right back. And it's like, yo, we are in the middle of the shift. You can't just walk off the line. Hell, you can't just pull the plug on this patient, whatever she's doing. You need to attend to these people. What's going on? You're leaving? Hey, y'all know Mary Ann's over there in that other room just screaming at somebody over the phone? I don't know. What do you think is going on? I have no idea. Jesus, do you think she's okay? Do you think the other person's okay? Nobody really knows. All everybody knows is that Mary Ann's crashing out at work. Hell, Lennon at least had the decency to be like, hey, are you sure you want to do this right now? He's like, I don't think this is the time or the place. He's like, you can call back. She's like, no, we going to clear this up right now. We going to clear this up. People are defaming my name. And then this is what she's talking about. It's just so awful. It's so awful. Another slap.
Thank you, honey. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're saying that the check that you showed at the bottom, it says disclaimer, this is not a real check to receive your real
Mr.
cash
Honor,
off.
I don't have
let me
the
finish.
physical check. I will go to the bank. I will pull receipt for you.
And then she got to the point where she was being disrespectful to the actual show host. I don't want to talk over you on your show. Yeah, she's a CNA. Which basically, doesn't that mean she takes care of old people? Yeah, so I mean, what? She's over there. Oh, Mr. George is about to die. He's having a heart attack right now. Mary Ann, where's Mary Ann? Oh, I tell you right now, Dr. Lennon, you ain't shit. I mean, it's like, we got other things to handle over here, Mary Ann. Please, we need you. We need you back. Please, put the IV back in him. He needs his fluids. Hell, Larry just shit everywhere in this room. We need you to help clean it up, please. Then we got Miss James over there losing her mind.
I will pull receipt for you, and I will send you the receipt, and you will show to your viewer. Okay? Some of them thinking, oh, I'm coming for fame. Ain't nobody coming for fame. Ain't nobody coming for fame.
I'm not
I saw
concerned
the
about
interview with Lene with you. I left the message. I didn't read from the day that I got on YouTube. I haven't reached anybody to come on that channel. Every time, if you guys see me on, I've been to 3 channels. Every time you see me on the channel, I was invited. I have not reached it. And then, Mashana, I share privately channels, high-end channels who've been trying to bring me. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to get a big head trying to run on no high-end channel. I want to did I not share with you?
That's true.
I said, I'm not going to get a big head, run on big channel. I want to make sure this investigation, I know these people have enough merit, they're going after Umar. Listen, Umar Johnson can't say Mary Ann Lawrence name. He cannot. I come on video numerous. I said, family, he can't say my name. He can't say my name.
Yeah, so this was the first time that she acted like this, Dex. That anybody has seen. Ain't nobody seen her just crash out like this. This was really abnormal for her to just crash out like this. She is piercing. Like you can hear her voice completely like projecting to a point. It's scratching her throat. She is literally yelling to the top of her lungs. They hear her in that hospital. That's how loud she's yelling. It's like, please, Mary Ann, please, just stop. Like her blood pressure, she's going to end up like the patient she's taking care of. Somebody's going to have to strap Mary Ann down and be like, we need to get some fluids in you, ma'am. Please, go get a bag of ice for Mary Ann. She's overheating. I think she's got a fever. I mean, I don't know. She might. I mean, because if you've been around Dr. Umar long enough, you might actually get that sickness. And if she got piped down by Dr. Umar like I was alluding to earlier, then she probably did get that sickness. And that's why she's acting like this. Honestly, I think she's a person who got involved in stuff that she didn't quite understand, might be too embarrassed to say that she didn't understand this stuff, because as an adult, like you're middle age, for almost 50 years old, whatever, how old she is, you don't want to get exposed for not knowing things that some people would look at you and say, you should know that at your age. You shouldn't get scammed like she did by Dr. Umar probably numerous times. You shouldn't find a way to get finesse to the point where you end up probably in Dr. Umar's bedroom. A lot of it is just, it feels like she's probably made a lot of mistakes and doesn't really want to take full-blown accountability. That's when I usually hear people scream like this the most. When they're in the most wrong, they're the most embarrassed, and they're the most upset. And that leads to anger, probably some tears, and a lot of projection. Shout out to Draken for the $2 super chat. Auntie is about to burst a blood vessel. I think she already did. Both of those eyes are probably already bleeding red. But let's listen to a little bit more of this crash out.
Or is there really a lawsuit? Well, I gave you guys the lead detective. So go ahead, give them a call. And they'll probably come knock on my door. They'll probably give me a fine. I don't know if that's allowed, but I just gave it to you. Patrick Bishop, Cleveland headquarters. So all of your YouTube channel, especially the one that's trying to tear me down, go call. Go call. There's the challenge. I am vexed tonight, and I am hurt. And Mr. Honda, you know what? I would have never done anything to make you look better. I would have never. I thought you knew me better than that. I'm really hurt tonight.
Yeah, and I understand that. I just want to be clear that so the check that you actually sent, that you showed when I interviewed you, you didn't actually cash that check. There's a different check. Is that what you're saying?
No. They gave us a check. I sent a picture of the check to you immediately. And then for me to cash from the long shark, from those people who are long shark, for me to cash, I had to sign the disclosure. The disclosure is for me not to show the behind the scenes. That's what he paid me for. And they throw a little bullshit extra in there.
Okay, this story makes absolutely no sense still. So what did you get this bag of money from the loan sharks for? Because you said there was money for the check from the loan shark, Patrick Bishop, and there's a $68,000 check. But those checks with the $68,000 usually come with high interest. Loan sharks usually come with interest, but they're not going to take that check in exchange for cash and say we good. You know what I mean? Like that's not how that's going to work. Like this is becoming very confusing.
They try to pay me for therapy. Listen. You think Umar don't look at your channel?
Christ.
Kiss my ass, Umar Johnson. Kiss my ass. You think you don't look at your channel? Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah,
are you kidding me right now?
Yeah, are you familiar with?
Okay, here it is.
So when Dr. Umar is actually probably saying this crazy chick has been blowing me up, that might be one of the few times he's telling the truth.
I gave you a fake check. Let's see Umar come and get me for fake check. Let's see about that.
Yeah, are you
going down, family?
She should have taken some type of mental therapy. If people are making fun of her speech, please don't. Like, try to go speak another language. They're going to laugh you up out of the room. Because you're not going to be able to speak it with the dialect or the tone or the whatever that you need. I don't know, the accent that you need for it to sound properly. So, like, making fun of her speech sounds good in theory, but there's other things for me to poke fun at.
Okay, let me just ask before we get off. Are you
Hey, it was a film. It wasn't a good one.
Familiar with legacy home buyers?
I don't know what that is. What are you talking about? I don't know what is that.
Yeah, so on the check there's a phone number, and I called that.
I gave you the check. I don't know. I didn't have anything to hide. I'm the one who gave.
But yeah, I mean, but plurals. If you listen to anybody who speaks multiple languages, they struggle with that. Even like Preach struggles with that. So I can't make fun of people not speaking English properly. I can't. It is kind of funny to listen to. It is hilarious for me to listen to, but I won't make fun of them for it.
Gave it to you. I'm the one who gave it to you.
Yeah,
they're long shark. They're long shark.
Okay, so if I can finish though, there is a phone number on the check. I called the phone number, and when I called the phone number, the person who answered, they answered with, this is legacy home buyers. It's real estate. Are you familiar with any of that?
I don't deal with no legacy. I'm a homeowner. I've been in my home 27 years. My studio, I own my studio 10 years, long before I crossed paths with Umar Johnson. I don't know nothing about no legacy. My studio is paid for, family. There's no mortgage on my studio. You understand? Umar.
Okay, so I know what a big part of her speech, but I do want to know, like, who taught her to say "you understand" after everything? Like, so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who taught her that? That's the part I want to figure out. Like, when you get taught new languages, who teaches you to speak like that, though? Where did she pick that up from? Who did she get that from? You know what I'm saying?
It's a snake. And you know what? I don't know who's behind this. I don't know who started this evil. Or I don't know if it's somebody who thinks they're high, they read something, they ran with it. Mr. Arnie, I'm a woman of integrity. I would not come on here and lie. Y'all think I would come out with room 130 and there would be a lie? Umar wouldn't raise all hell? Y'all think I would have come out and tell you guys he put that girl out at 4 o'clock in the morning? Umar wouldn't come out and raise no hell? Come on, family, stop.
Yeah, so
when I do the video, I open my home. I'm transparent. I don't have no reason to lie.
Yeah, so Sister Marianne, is it possible for you to send me a copy of the actual check in the law firm?
Miss Arna, you know what happened tonight? You said you reached out to me. I haven't. To be honest, I haven't.
Lennon said, yeah. So I hear you're crashing out right now. But when you have time, can you please still send me the real effing check? Because that check you sent me was shit. Oh, Lennon was like, yeah, so whenever you're done with whatever this is, please, could you still send me the evidence? And like, he did go on for a long time. His chat was giving him hell about it. Like, hey, man, you should let her get away with this. He's like, no, I believe she's going to come back with the evidence. So damn well she ain't going to show up with anything. He was like, no, I believe she's going to come back with the evidence later tomorrow. I know he don't believe that. I know he didn't believe it when he was saying it, but he was sitting here like, yeah, she's going to show back up. I have faith. I believe she will. It's going to be great. Yeah, no, buried. She buried herself. She hit the button for the lever to go ahead and put down the concrete before she went into the tomb. It's over. But there's not much more of this crash out. She crashed out for a really long time. There's no need to go through all of that. Like, there's no need for that. Yeah, no, that's not cool, Miss Independent. Like, she doesn't understand, I don't think, like, internet etiquette very much. She just got on YouTube not that long ago, and I really don't think she understands the dynamics of it. It takes a while for you to kind of get it when you're on here. Like, it does. It takes a while for you to really figure that out. So, yeah. But I did want to play this other thing, because I'm like, guys, I swear, this is the funniest thing. I had a small reaction to this video. This is the last thing for this live stream today, but I had a small reaction to this, because we as a people have regressed. Now, everybody who's in this chat, I guarantee you will enjoy this video, because it will hit home, because it's so absurd. And please tell me if you saw this video years ago, because we as a people have regressed to the point it's like this. Because with the whole Anton Daniels, the Corey Holcomb, the Micca drama, it reminds me of high school. And it feels like all these people have such stunted and arrested development to the point where it's going to be just like this kid, which I thought this was just the saddest but funniest thing I've ever seen. Let's go.
Tonight, an alarming discovery out of a Baltimore City high school where hundreds of students are failing.
As Project Baltimore's Chris Papps explains, we found a student who's passed 3 classes in 4 years and is ranked near the top half of his class.
We're not letting none of this get the best of us. All right? Be strong, son. We got this.
He's stressed, and I am too. Like, I told him I probably would start crying. Like, my son is, I don't know what to do for him.
This coming June is when Tiffany France thought her son would receive his diploma.
And I'm just trying to fight. He like, Mom, what was all this for? What did I do this for? Like, don't he get a chance? Do he get a chance?
But after 4 years of high school, this mom just learned her 17-year-old has to start over. He's been moved back to 9th grade.
Why would he do 3 more years in school? He didn't fail. The school failed him.
No, you failed him. You failed your child. How the hell does he get to 12th grade and they're like, hey, homie, you need to start over? That has got to be the most depressing thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. You're sitting here thinking, man, I can't wait till graduation. They're like, dude, man, I know, I can't wait. And they go over there knocking on that door. They're like, hey, yeah, so you're going to have to go back years. Years. I mean, hell, please, somebody should check on their kids' mental health on a serious note.
Who failed at their job? They failed.
You, the mother, you failed. You, flop. You failed.
They failed. That's the problem here. They failed. They failed. He didn't deserve that.
Francis.
She's right. He didn't deserve that. He deserved a mother who was paying attention to his education. That's what he deserved. He deserved somebody to be paying attention to him. 17 years old, 9th grade. We need to start coming up with some other plans.
Son attends Augusta Fells Savage Institute.
Can't read. This boy doesn't know his name.
Of Visual Arts in West Baltimore. His transcripts show in 4 years, he has passed just 3 classes, earning
Yo, these grades. I mean, yo. Health ed is at 85. I don't know what that is, but I guarantee you that's supposed to be an automatic A. Once that happens, the red flags gotta go up. Where's the mom? Like, where is the mother? Illogics, this is very real. And this is like the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like I said, I commented on this like months ago. Shut up once. Personal fitness? How you get a 50 in personal fitness? I mean, like I said, this isn't to hate on the kid at all. But I got to figure out everybody failed, but the mother failed the most. Did you never ask, how are you doing in school, son? Can I see your report card? Exactly.
2.5 credits, which places...
Like, this is just so unacceptable. Like, this is unacceptable. I've seen people who are missing half of their heads have better grades than this. Like, this is crazy.
I'm in 9th grade. But France says she didn't know that until February. She has 3 children and works 3 jobs. She thought...
This isn't helping the black single mother narrative, ma'am. I'm just saying you have failed your children. You're saying you got just 3? I've seen women... Hell, my boy Precious... Yeah, his name was Precious. And he wasn't precious to look at. Hell, in 9th grade, my boy already had 2 kids and still made it to school each and every day. And those kids grew up and actually succeeded. I don't want to hear this.
Thought her oldest son was doing well.
He didn't have money either.
Even though he failed most of his classes, he was being promoted. His transcripts show he failed Spanish 1 and Algebra 1, but was promoted to Spanish 2 and Algebra 2. He also failed English 2, but was passed on to English 3.
Look, damn it. This is why No Child Left Behind is some BS. You got to leave some of them kids behind. Hell, they left me behind. They didn't hesitate at all to leave my ass in 5th grade. They're like, let them start over. Again? What the hell? They're like, you didn't pass enough. I'm like, how? Y'all letting Clay move on? Clay gets to move on to 6th grade. He's dumber than shit. I know I'm not that dumb. Like, look, I know these grades might be a little confusing, but I'm telling you, I'm not stupid. But they made my ass repeat. And you know what? It was for the better. I actually had great grades the rest of my life after that because all of a sudden I was in line. Don't worry, I didn't graduate until I was 18. It was fine. I graduated on time. I still made it on time.
I'm just assuming that if you are passing, that you have the proper things, you know, to go to the next grade. And, you know, the right grades, you have the right credit.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to Coco for the $2 super chat. Love your content. I always check for you, and I appreciate you. And I appreciate your comments. Thank you very much. Have a great day. It looks like you're peacing out, so take care.
As we dig deeper into her son's records, we can see in his first 3 years at Augusta Fells, he failed 22 classes and was late or absent 272 times. But in those 3 years, only 1 teacher requested a parent conference, which France says never happened. No one from the school told this mother her son was failing and not going to class.
Yeah.
France's son, in his 4 years at...
Okay, that part is on the school to at least let the mother know that the kid isn't actually in school. But there is a point in time where you as the mother have to wake up and be like, something's off with my child. Did you not have conversations with him? He couldn't have been speaking too well. Have you ever seen him read a book? Did he read the menu at the restaurant? You know what I'm saying? Did he ever actually order his own food when you went to McDonald's? There's got to be something somewhere that gave you a sign to be like, you know, my kid might be He might not have it. I might need to check on some things. Maybe I should actually go see his grades. The school did fail him, but the mother failed the most to me. I mean, the school, they got to at least let him know that the kid ain't there.
Augusta Fells earned a grade point average of 0.13. He only passed 3 classes, but his transcripts show his class rank.
Dark Magician, I'm going to tell you right now, if they told me I had to go back to 9th grade after thinking I was going to walk across that stage, you're going to go ahead and go, you need to check for me. I'm tapping out. You're going to find me on the top of the school, and then you're going to find me in front of the school very shortly.
Is 62 out of 120. This means nearly half of his classmates, 58 of them, have a GPA of 0.13 or
God, dog. This is the dumbest school on earth. They must misdiagnose everybody. They must have gotten a whole bunch of special needs kids confused for regular students and said, we're going to give you a regular curriculum. 62 out of 120, exactly. That's a problem. That's a problem. That's wild. Everybody's failing. So you're telling me either everybody's stupid or the other half of them are effing geniuses. It's somewhere in between there. Somebody's gonna have to figure this one out for me.
Lower.
He's a good kid. Like, he didn't deserve that. Where is the mentors? Where is the help for him? I hate that this is happening to my child.
In your opinion, did the school system fail this child?
Absolutely.
This city school administrator who works inside North Avenue asked not to be identified for fear of retaliation.
That school community failed this student.
This administrator told Fox 45 News.
Oh, no, Dark Magician, they said he missed a whole bunch of days. He was missing. That's where the school failed him the most, is the fact that they didn't actually, tell the parents what was going on. They didn't let them know that, hey, your kid ain't been here. That's the part where they failed. They don't necessarily have to tell them that, your kid's stupid, but they need to be like, your dumbass kid ain't in school.
News, city schools failed because it has protocols and interventions set up to help students who are falling behind or have low attendance.
This is
in France's son's case.
Expect anything.
They didn't happen.
I get angry. There's nothing but frustration. We see on the news the crime that occurs, the murders, the shootings. We know that there are high levels of poverty in Baltimore. Things like this are adding to that.
These children are why I do this work.
Dr. Sonia Santelises was school CEO 4 years ago when France's son was a freshman, but she will not interview with Fox 45 News. Instead, we received this 2-page statement, which explains what should happen when a student is chronically absent or failing. The district says students received a letter about their academic status this past summer, and records can be accessed through the campus portal. When a student is absent, an automated call is placed to the number on file. The statement also said the school conducted recent home visits and the student's parent visited the school. But France says none of that happened. What this statement does not address is
everybody needs to be terminated and sued. Like, they need to be fired and fined, because this is ruining children. Like, you're actually hurting a small, good population of kids. Like, you completely ruin lives. There needs to be justice at a point. Like, I know I got jokes for these stupid ass kids and these bad ass parents, but these administrators, these people who fail to do the most important part of their jobs, these DCA people or whatever, these people have failed. That's so sad.
Is why France's son was promoted despite failing classes. It doesn't discuss his class rank or the 58 other students with a GPA of 0.13 or lower. But it does say North Avenue is reviewing actions that impacted student outcomes at the school prior to this year.
It took a lot for me to just build the courage to do this.
If you were to talk to this mom, what would you say to her?
I didn't have a hand on this student, but I work for city schools. So he is one of my kids. I would hug her and I would.
You need to pause on that hugging. There's already enough of these PDF files running around and all these teachers taking advantage of kids and sleeping with them and having all sorts of orgies and wild parties with teens and tweens. Everybody wanting to live it up like Epstein.
I would apologize profusely.
And he feels embarrassed, like he feels like a failure. And I'm like, you can't feel like that. And you have to be strong. And you gotta keep fighting. You know, life is about fighting. Things happen, but you gotta keep fighting. And he's willing. He's trying. But who would he turn to when the people that's supposed to help him is not? Who do he turn to?
France has pulled her son out of Augusta Fells. He is now enrolled in an accelerated school program at another high.
Why has he missed like 272 days? I definitely think he missed all the school lunches. He got way less lunches than Stevie.
High school in West Baltimore. She is told if he works hard, he could graduate by 2023. And if you would like to leave city school,
no. Now, obviously, this was from like 4 years ago. This story came out a long time ago, so this is an old story. But bruh, no. I cannot. Where was this? Baltimore. Now, don't you all hate on Baltimore now. It's where my favorite football players play. Lamar, Derrick Henry, former Titan. Oh, Derrick. Tough. That's sad shit. That's really sad, y'all. That's some wild stuff. Yeah, that's a complete failure by the entire school system. Failure by the mom. Like, she better not have received one schlong throughout his high school experience for this to happen. If she got piped down one time, she needs to be sent. Where's Jill? I need to send in Jill if she has sex with one guy during that whole entire administration. Like, while this was happening, she needs to get slapped. I'm sorry. It's malpractice as a parent to fail your child like this. It's okay, Shay. I've already accepted. When I saw this the first time, you won't believe how hard I laughed. It was a couple years ago, but I cried in tears. It just, as a kid who's also failed before, like, I kind of get it. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, I couldn't imagine just going on for years knowing that I was flunking all these classes and not want to bring it up to anybody, being like, hey, Mom, I feel slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point in time, would you not want to tell your parents that you feel out of place? Were you not getting bullied at school? I guess he wasn't getting bullied because everybody was stupid. I mean, everybody was in it together. We're all in this together. Hold hands and lock hands and be dumb. I mean, everybody just short bus shorties. It's just crazy. And they weren't even supposed to be. It would make sense if they were actually special needs. But none of these kids were diagnosed. These are supposed to be normal kids running around here, don't have any motor skills damn near. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have been awesome. I can't believe we even still have 70 people up in here. Wow, that is wild. That is wild that we still have 70 in here. Thank you so much for being here today. Tomorrow, we definitely got more we got to go over. Got to address Poetic Flacco's video on Corey Holcomb. And then I'm probably going to play Confident Creators video on the Anton Daniels situation. And I might go through from Freezy's, but we might just do Confident Creators. Actually, we might have to do both because they both pretty much put an end to the rest of the situation. And then after I chop those videos up, I'm done with this. But then I'll be right back on Thursday. Well, either way, thanks for being here, you guys. I really appreciate y'all. If y'all have any questions, please ask me now before I get ready to jump off stream because I'm about to jump off. I appreciate that, TJ. I appreciate you being here. Really, like, seriously, though, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody for being here. And once again, I always appreciate y'all's support. Thank you for the super chats. Y'all, I mean, yeah, I really can't ask for better. I really can't ask for better fans. I really appreciate you guys. Also, I have accepted I'm going to have to change up my content. Not like change it up, but it's going to have to be more focused. And if I really want to talk about some of my other random topics, I might have to put that in a membership. Or I might have to start another channel so it can actually not confuse the algorithm for what I make. But shut up, Watts! Just bring it up in your video. But see you guys. I appreciate y'all. Peace.